What happened to my It's Only a Movie? Where did it go? Dude, I gotta tell you, yo, this playlist got all weird and corrupted and stupid. I'm gonna punch it. I'm gonna punch my playlist later. Wow, that's loud.
Greetings, PG and Sean. We are here and ready for the time of the rise of the Pumpkin Lord and Master. Jim, watch it burn. Jim, dance. Jim, happy.
My face. Thank you. It is October, finally. Freaking October. It's about time. It's, it's pumpkin season. It's pumpkin season. We got spooky stuff going on and everything because reasons. Because October and everybody should be breaking out your, I don't know, cozy sweaters. Your candy and all that other fun stuff. And your horror movies. We need more horror movies. Damn it. What's up? Good ones. I keep going backwards to horror movies because new ones are just, I'm kind of getting burnt out on the, there's no charm to them, you know? It's only a movie. Yeah, what the robot should have said. Jerk. Let me say hi to people. Hey, Max Marvel. Yeah, we are early. We're early. I know, later maybe things I got to do. I'm not sure. Crow's also set during Halloween. Not the new Crow, is it? I am not going to watch that, even on streaming. At this point, I don't care. Go.
You know, you really should get a 3D printer, man. I got this one for $200, and the print I started this morning is already almost done.
One, give me $200. Two, it's almost done. One print since this morning. What? Dude, that's too long. Oh my God, we already said this before. Yo, I can make a mold and I can do stuff and I blah, 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 blah. I can literally cast these things in 7 minutes. You get multiple molds going. Boom, 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 boom. Dude, I can get like 20 things done in like about 15 minutes. What the hell's wrong with computer technology? Get good. What the hell's wrong with you? 3D printer. Hey, I started it this morning. It's almost done. It's only taking 1.75 hours. Are you kidding me? Dude, I don't even bake food that long. So just round it up to 2 hours with prep time. 2 hours? Oh, hell no. That's not efficient. I would need like 7 or 12 of those going at once. There is no way I'm sitting there. No. I'm not getting a 3D printer until it's as fast as hand casting and letting the plastic settle. Dude, you just mix some plastic. It's like a 50-50 ratio. Boom, put it in the cup, pour it in there. Just tap the mold a little bit to get the air bubbles out. Boom, 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 boom. 7 minutes later, boom, figurine. The hell? Throw it out. Throw it out. Start using plastics. First, print the custom molds. How long is that going to take? That would be more efficient, but then it takes the fun out of actually sculpting. You know? Because when we made the little foamy cult relics, which you still have to sand down because you're lazy. Dude, it was like sculpting it was the fun part. I don't know, 3 days, I'll get to it eventually. Excuses? Oh, dear. I don't know, being crippled is an excuse, I guess. Gonna watch Beetlejuice 2 at the cinemas in 30 minutes. I hope it turns out to be good. It should be. I don't think you will be unhappy. Get popcorn. Why? You gotta get popcorn. 3D print molds. Yeah. What? Meeting ran long. What? What's good? I don't know. We're doing all right. You had a meeting in the morning? You'd be like, yo, it's too early for a meeting. What are you gonna? You guys didn't even have like McMuffins here or nothing? You expect me to show up and talk about the biz without food? Get out of here. Hey, Frankenstein. What's up? What's up? How's it going? Pumpkin Dude, how's it going? So far, so good. I didn't say hi to everybody. AJ, hi. Bloody Angel, hi. Sora, hi. Quebo, hi. Sora, Joey, Panda, King Toy, what's up? How's it going? So the Megalopolis. It was okay, but not great. I feel like that would be more of a stylish film that you look at for its visuals as opposed to story. I can't imagine pulling a good story out of that, but I feel like the visuals are bombastic and weird. Earlier, I've been at work for 3.5 hours already. What? 3.5 hours? God, that's like 3D printing. Forget about it. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, good. I don't like work, man. Oh God. Sue's doing a what? Middle of the week, Wednesday. Not a lot going on. We are recovering from a root canal, which is always fun. Apparently now talking is vibrating whatever might be left of my nerves, so that was unexpected. So if I'm wincing every once in a while, it's because my teeth are rattling. Dude, the root canal it didn't go great. It didn't go great, all right? In fairness, I report to multiple people and projects. So, you're multitasking. All right. What? Just imagine the meetings you have in your head, but somebody's got to do that in real life. Yeah, right? A lot of work. I get back Friday tomorrow morning. What? How's that work? You got a time machine? What? Hope all is well. Been watching Pum'Kin since 2004. Oh my God. Wishing you good health and wicked Halloween. I'll take the good health. Halloween can be mediocre at this point. I'm going for good health. Let's go. Oh, good. Thank you. Congrats. I appreciate it. Thanks for putting up with our nonsense. Taking care of my sick wife today. No! Chicken noodle soup, ginger ale, and saltine crackers. Stat. What? I don't know what they got, but usually that's a cure-all from the minds of old people. Dude, your grandmother swore by it. That and what's that weird drink? I don't know. Yeah, the guy. Dude, a lot of people passed. Dude, this week, the voice actor did Oogie Boogie died. Chris Christopherson died. Who was the guy that was in Roots? I forgot his name already. No, he was a good actor. I saw him a couple of things. Every time he was the father on Good Times. I don't remember his name, but every time I see him, I'm like, oh, it's that guy. You know, I'm not like, oh, it's that guy. That's a sign of a good actor in my mind. If I see them on screen and I'm not like, oh, it's that guy. You know, John Amos. There you go. Thank you. There you go, John Amos. That was one of those like, oh, it's that guy. You know. But they were like 80 something, I think. Something like that. Dude, Jimmy Carter, former president, 100 years old. What the hell? How? Dude, I guess eating peanuts and building houses just, keeps you going, huh? That's crazy. John Amos, yeah. Can you find me a copy of Youngblood #1 in one of those long boxes, please? Actually, I think we have a copy of that somewhere. I'm not even joking. Like, we got to have that along with Wildcats #1 and all those other ones. Dude, we got so many comics, man. We got to start going through them. Sell them all. Thanks for not have COVID. Oh, that's good. That's always good, though. That's always a plus. Does this make him the eldest living president? Yes. The only president to reach 100. Jimmy's got, he's still 100. Wow. Dude, that's crazy. My great-granddad died when he was about 95, 96, and he took care of his own house. Nice. There you go. Dude, your grandfather was up till, 93? Then his mind got a little squiffy. Yeah. But we kept him on a routine, so he was pretty good for a bit. John Amos, Maggie Smith, Ken Page. Maggie Smith. Who's Maggie Smith again? No, man, the name sounds familiar. Who the hell? My phone is badly cracked. I'm surprised I can still see what I'm calling and texting. Oh, there you go. Oh, dude, I hate that when you get a cracked screen on your phone. No, man, Dawn had one back in the day, and it's like, Oh, McGonagall. There you go. I didn't recognize the name without the word Dame in front of it. Yeah, come on. She played Granny Wendy and Hook. Oh. Go.
Happy Spooky Wednesday.
Spooky Wednesday. There you go. Spooky. Spooky. Oh, wasn't there a pre-stream? Zerochi, 30 moons. Pre-stream. Thank you. No, the alerts never go off pre-stream unless it's broken. Gotta go on Harry Potter. Head Nun and Sister Act. Granny Wendy and Hook. There you go. I know it's weird. Sometimes the actors I just recognize by face, but I'll never remember their names. I have no idea why. And I'll just be like, oh, it's a Harry Potter witch lady. You know, I don't know what's wrong with me, man, dude. Sue's doing what? Guys, everybody getting prepared, dude. I'm starting to feel it in the air. You know, that nice Halloween October vibe. Yeah, leaves are changing. Dawn's been having a leaf report. That kind of thing. Dude, the leaves are kind of changing pretty quick, honestly. Like, dude, day after day, like you look out the window and you're like, they're changing more, that kind of thing. Then you got to go for a walk, collect leaves. Yeah, it's like you're an intern. You got to go around, pick up leaves. First actual cold morning. It wasn't grossly humid. Oh, dude, cold humid sucks. I hate that. Nah, man, it's like the air is like this ghost ice cube, that's slowly melting over your body, but makes you sweat at the same time. At least your leaves are changing. The leaves are still green here. Yeah, don't worry, they'll change. They'll change. But we're going like straight from green to like crunchy brown. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, we got a couple of colorful ones, like some oranges and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, it's been like whoosh, like real quick. So, dude, it's like cherry blossom syndrome. It's like if you miss a day and then it's like, it's gone. Cold, humid, when you're on a motorcycle. Yeah, I feel that every time the road goes down by the marshes. Dope. Marshes. Stand marshes. Yeah. I know, Oogie Boogie guy died. Yeah. Oogie Boogie. Well. Dude, that guy had a good voice, man. Dude. James Earl Jones passed, man. 2 really good voice actors. Damn it. Well, what did Dawn... What? Oh, we got those weird marshmallows. Hey, we got pumpkin marshmallows. Like pumpkin spice marshmallows. I don't know. We were at the store and they had them. I was going to get the black potato chips, but, I'm watching my salt. So, Oogie Boogie song is my favorite one. Yeah. His voice can still be heard at Disneyland. Nice. Also, a country singer died. I forgot his name. Chris Christopherson. Which is a terrible tongue twister to have. Chris Christopherson. What? Are you stuttering or is that your name? It's weird because Chris Christopherson. I mean, it worked as far as celebrity goes, but... Not read that. Oh, let me get coffee, dude. No, I'm barely waking up. I'm on a little early. Work with me, cards. Okay, good. Thank you. I don't need to be jumping out in front of the screen while I'm trying to drink coffee. Ow! Come on. So I just want to drink my coffee. I'm just going to assume that's bad. Acceptable. Good. Oh, good. 2 for 4. Ugh. Stop blocking the circles, bro. There you go. There's your circles. The hell, man. Dude, you really go through these cards. I know you're a little busy, but you gotta come on, weed some of these out. So much great talent leaving the world with no one to fill the gap. That is the scary thing, though. I'm sure there's good voice actors out there, but here's the weird thing about that, right? Voice actors like James Earl Jones and the person who played Oogie Boogie, they had very definitive voices. Now, you're going to have good voice actors out there, but there's a difference between the person who originated that voice, who is the voice of something, and then somebody who's got to imitate it later on just to kind of carry the torch, right? Kind of like when Mel Blanc passed away and they tried to get all these, 7 other people to do Looney Tunes characters that he was just doing by himself. Same thing's going to happen with The Simpsons. They're going to have these sound-alike people trying to do Homer, blah, 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 even Rick and Morty, and blah, blah, blah. So it's going to be, I don't know, it's weird. I know, it's just, I really appreciate when people they were the first. Like James Earl Jones was the first James Earl Jones, Everyone else is going to be like, I'm James Earl Jones, that kind of thing. It's like, oh, God. Go.
Companies will approach the families to purchase the rights to their likeness and voices so they can recreate them with AI.
They already did that with James Earl Jones. He sold it to, I think, Disney to keep Darth Vader going. And I'm like, oh, good, that's what we need. As if everything else wasn't robotic on Darth Vader. Let's make the voice robotic. So that's kind of weird, but the technology is going to get better, and eventually people won't notice the difference, which is going to be disappointing, scary, and odd, and morbid, and fun at the same time. So that's going to be a lot for the human brain to wrap around, and then people won't even care, and it'll just be the norm. Meh. What's up, Space Buckaroo? Hi. Plus, you can replace them, and nobody can tell the diddly difference. Yep. Cheap viewers on, dude. Oh man, dude, you got to find a different channel. I don't want more viewers. I'm literally working against the system here. I try to get more viewers. I actually go out of my well, less viewers. I try to ban people randomly. Watch, I'll show you. Just so I have less viewers. So you're a viewer now, right? But you know, now you're gone. So wow. Oh no. Oh, damn it. You know, you guys got to stop talking. I banned somebody. Who did I ban? Oh. I didn't even know I banned somebody. Sorry. See, this is what happens. I try to ban somebody, I ban somebody else. I'm sorry. Who did I ban? Unban them. Oh God. You guys can't talk when there's a bot in chat because then I'm just like, bro. It was Cole randomness. Oh man. Oh, bro. Boop. Hey, I think I did it. Are they back? I told them to. I told them to. Oh, man. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, come on, man. Don't make me go full screen. Oh, you're back? I'm sorry, Cole randomness. I went to press on the bot and then somebody spoke in chat and then you were next. Collateral damage. I apologize. You know, I didn't mean it. Collateral damage. I blame high technology console. Oh, it must be a KFC console. All right, so you good? I'm sorry. Dude, that's weird. Bum, bum, bum. I'm just gonna make sure I didn't ban anybody else. I was just clicking that thing wildly. I was like, click, 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 click. Where is it? Boop, boop, boop. Oh, it takes forever to go through this. Oh my God. Oh, jeez. Okay. No, that was the other day. Okay, now we're good. You're back. You know, I'm just gonna leave this window open in case we get another person who wants to get me, you know, cheap viewers or something. Yeah. And I'll be like, oh, okay. So when I ban 15 people in a row, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. Cole randomness does deserve candy. There you go. You get candy for your return. I apologize. Stupid internet. Internet used to be fun. Just saying. David, what's up? How's it going? Boom, boom, boom. Ah, all right. Why is it still as hot? Why is it hot out there? What are you doing? Well, maybe you're too close to the 3D printer that's been running for an hour and 3/4. Why would you put 1.75 for the time it takes to complete a thing rather than an hour and 45 minutes? That's weird. Mother Nature hates us. Well, maybe it's just you. Hey, I live in an area that has varying degrees of temperatures. October, what? Any October events planned? I don't know. We're kind of doing it one day at a time to just see what this one's body wants to do, whether it's going to implode on itself or we're going to have to duct tape you again. Do it. Patch it up. So it's going to be a slow roll. Like, I don't know. Other than that, it's going to be eating candy and watching movies. Yeah. Why early? Why not? We might have to do stuff later. I don't know. We'll see. Boom, 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 boom. Thanks for the follow. What's up? Also, what the hot end is only at 105, 110 degrees Celsius right now. Hot? 105? It's easier to add and subtract time if you change it to fraction. Oh yeah, when's the hell the fall thing? The time change? Did that happen already? Did we change time? Any Halloween games planned? Again, one day at a time, minute to minute. I'm not even joking about that. Yeah, when's the fallback crap? I thought they canceled it. Did they? I don't think they did because I don't think anyone could agree on it. They're using it as I don't know, a political issue maybe. Not getting into politics. No, just wait. The next time there's a debate, people could be like, well, this administration let daylight savings time go on for so long, and this is why we need to change, blah, 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 blah. You know what they do every 4 years? They bicker and complain about each administration like they're going to come in and solve the problems. It's just, I don't know, whatever. Not get into it. Think we are on daylight savings times right now. Are we? Is this the correct time? I don't even know. I don't know. All days are one. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, what was that cool thing I got? No, it was a cool thing. Boop. 1 second, I gotta find it. Ow. Hitting all the wrong buttons. Dude, I got a cool new desktop. Oh! It's October. This should be a new kaiju creature for like Godzilla movies. Pumpkin guy, gonna murder all the guys. I don't know, I can't really rhyme. Print one. What, this? No, this isn't mine. I found it on Reddit. Where is it actually? No, it's definitely worth showing. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Bro. Ah, there you go. It was made by Vartoons. They do a lot of repaints. So, like, when we came across the repainting Reddit, they did, this is the new one that they did, which just got posted. But they did weird stuff like this. And they do some like really good art. So, oh, you got crazy little cupcakes. You got this guy. Vartoons. I don't know what else they do, but you know, it was on Reddit. They got a fun, bizarre. So I think I would probably hire a person like this. Dude, look at that. That guy's great. I like him. Assuming I had money. I would hire them. They're good. They do good work. It's solid work. Plus, they have a good sense of movement and stuff. A lot going on there. Yeah. So there you go. Vartoons. I know. Toss a follow. I got it. This is a fun desktop. Go.
Only Oklahoma has gotten rid of it. It hasn't been repealed at a federal level.
Yeah, nothing seems to be. Ugh, federal. So there you go. Thank you. Vartoons. I don't know. Dude, the quality of this is pretty good. Look, you can go in there, you zoom in. Look how big that is. Look at that. It's huge. Good work. Vartoons on Reddit. I know, I'm gonna see what other weird stuff they have on the webs. On the webs. Where was that weird article I saw? This. Are physical copies of games really the answer when nobody owns anything? Look at that. It's happening, chat. New legislation in California shines a light on digital quote-unquote ownership. But is going physical always a solid alternative? I would say depending on how the game is coded when it comes to games. Everything else, yes. Went to Walmart and got 2 boxes of Count Chocolate and a box of Frankenberry. No Booberry? No Booberry? What about Carmella Creeper, bro? Carmella Creeper, they're really trying. Then we read the description of the character on like the actual Monster Cereal website, and it had to be written by AI. Because it was like a young, hip, blah, 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 young, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why did they use the word young twice so close together? Like, it's bizarre to me. It seemed very strange. I don't like Booberry. You don't like Booberry? I don't think, honestly, I don't think I've ever had Boo Berry in my entire life. Maybe a handful if somebody else had some. But yeah, I was over there to Count Chocula or Frankenberry. I never had Fruit Brute or Yummy Mummy. I'm definitely not getting Carmella Creeper. Boo Berry's the best, says Bloody Angel. There you go. Boop. Yeah, I'll get back to that later. We're talking about cereals now. This is more important. Giant resolution for a giant pumpkin. Yeah. To establish they're young, of course. Yeah, I know, but it was just such a bizarre wording. It's like, I don't know. It's like every once in a while they try to inject some kind of youth into the like classic Universal monsters kind of thing, or anything that's been around for a while, you know, to add that weird character just to try to get a different demographic. Like Poochie the dog in The Simpsons. Pretty much. Carmella Creeper is Poochie the dog of the monster cereals. Good. Boo Berry is literally my favorite cereal ever. There you go. It's available now. I've only had Count Chocolate cereal, but I didn't like chocolate cereal. Yeah, chocolate cereal is kind of hit or miss. It's either really good or it's terrible. Did anybody have the Wednesday Addams cereal? There's literally Wednesday Addams cereal. I don't know if it's any good, but what's his face? Mr. Lobo had them on the Cinnamon Insomnia channel. They ate them, and it looks like little bits of charcoal in it. It literally turned the cereal like black. I was like, or the milk black. It was kind of fun. I was like, oh man, I want that. When he's not on screen, the other guys need to ask, where's Poochie? Where's Poochie, bro? Also Wednesday edition Gushers. Well, that sounds suggestive. Let's see. I want Foamy Flakes. They're good for my teeth. Foamy Flakes. Cereal that makes you angry. I feel like you would have to, the sodium levels in there would just have to be so high because it makes everybody's blood pressure goes up and they feel like they're angry all the time. Yeah. What? Yeah, you can throw some nuts in there, but you know, the not edible ones for humans. What's that? But what would be the flavor? I don't know, cream cheese flavored foamy flakes with unedible nuts that are poisonous to humans. I feel like that's the cereal Foamy would make. Of course, you know, if you had a Pillsy version of it, right, you know, it would probably still be cream cheese flavored, but all the little shapes would look like pills and they would be fruit flavored as well. So it would be like Fruit Loops that makes you hallucinate. I think Begley's would just come with a cutout on the back of the box of some cute anime girl. That'd probably taste like Earl Grey tea or something. Earl Grey tea cereal. I miss Begley. Yeah, you got to work on a podcast. You got some of them stacked up, but you know, it's like by the time we get to it, God. It's like our voice is messed up. Everything else is messed up. Hataflakes. I feel like they wouldn't even come in a box. They'd be in an undescript bag, and it would just be sad and angry at the same time. But somehow be associated with, I don't know, some rapper or something. I don't know. I didn't even think this out. A bowl of salt, cream cheese, and poison nuts, pretty much. What? People eat the cereal and they go outside and they're like, God, why am I so angry? Like, watch your blood pressure. I'm so angry. Jelly Babies flavored. Yeah. I don't know. Music plays every time the box is open. Boom, 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 boom. All right, what movies? No, oh wait, no, I'm gonna go read that article. What am I doing? You distracted me, chat. Boop. You distracted me with your cereals. Boop. This is ironic because we just posted like 2 different comic strips about not owning anything anymore. This is the second in a guest column. Guest column. What? Guest column? Dude, IGN, you know writers? Come on. All right, whatever. Last week, there came news that new laws was being introduced in California which forbids digital storefronts from using the word purchase and buy. What do they use now? Borrow? Download, right? They're just going to say download. Download? When it comes to downloads, reflecting reality that such transactions are merely licenses and don't actually involve any kind of permanent ownership. Yeah, we're screwed. Price at the bottom of the box is nitroglycerin. What? Well, that's not going to help return customers, is it? The intention of this law is simple. As we move ever closer to an all-digital future, it becomes more important than ever to make sure consumers are aware the money they had, hand over, doesn't grant them unfettered and timeless access to things like movies, albums, and video games. Small print clearly states that the publisher can remove access to any time. And there have been, many cases where people have been, been cases where items have been scrubbed from the digital libraries of people who have paid good money for them. See, that sucks. I don't like that. I don't like it. Really? Come on, bro. Yeah, best viewers.
I like this because it allows for people to then realize who doesn't guarantee their purchases and who to avoid.
Yep. Bump, bump, bump. Boop. Yeah. Bots, man. Bots are working today. Yeah. Here's the thing, Sora. I don't think no matter how you word what the purchase is going to be, it's still going, people aren't going to read the fine print. You got literal giant letters on movie posters and on your movie ticket and all that other stuff. People don't know what ratings are. So, and that's a singular letter and people don't even know what the hell's going on. Okay. Some have already argued that this law, whilst welcome, doesn't go far enough to protect consumers, which is true. But it's hard to see how any legislation around online purchases could deal with the events of such publishers bust or media licensing issues, removing a product from active distribution, like creating a physical item which remains reassuringly tangible, even when the company behind it is long since gone bust. Digital content has been hosted online, and that comes with a cost. Why? But here's the thing. It's like with all the games now, and I say games in particular, movies, you get a physical copy, you're good. Music, same thing, physical copy, you're great. But when it comes to games, they're so, especially newer ones, they're so reliant on servers. You know, if there's like multiplayer, in-game shop, all that garbage, eventually it's just not going to work. So then you're going to have to keep your fingers crossed that somebody mods it to do all these workarounds. Duke, what's up? How's it going? Physical media would satisfy and own before they started making it as cheaply as possible. Yeah, I have noticed a slow decline in certain items. Tell Dawn I said, I don't know, maybe they're watching. I don't know. Back to 7 in a row without physical copies. What? You're just a renter. Perpetual renter. That's the problem. See, of course, embracing physical games also means dealing with having to keep track of where the disc or cartridge is at any given time. Oh my God. Dude, that's a lot of work. Where did I leave this thing? Where did I leave this $100 game?
I will only buy physical copies until they stop making them. Then I'll just replay all the games I have. I refuse digital media.
I know. Dude, it gets dicey out there, you know? As much as I like the convenience of it.
This article is seeming to be biased against physical media. Sounds like corporate shilling to me.
Oh, everything's corporate shilling. Let's see. Thank you. Keep tracking of where the disc is, and they might even have to actually leave your house to buy them. Oh my God, look at that. Although some would argue that shopping trip element of gaming, which often bonds games in particular places, is something we should all seek to return to. All right, so this person doesn't like leaving her house. We're headed to a gaming future which inexorably tethered to the online experience with or without laws, which make it clear that we don't know anything. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. There are many other games which change dramatically over time thanks to patches, contents. Therefore, the version you get on disc at launch often doesn't represent the full game a year down the line. That's the problem. That's what legislation should be taking care of, is coming out with a game that is finished when you put it on a disc. And I don't need day one updates, patches, or anything else. What you get is what you get, bro. Bro. Bro, bro, bro. Bro, bro, bro. Like, this is the problem. This is the problem. This is why nobody gets physical anymore, because it's like, it's broken. You still got to put the disc in, and they'll be like, oh, well, you can play what's on the disc, the basic beta version, or sometimes it'll just mess it up to the point where it's just like, nope. Taking all this into account, we're headed to a gaming future, not movies or music. Which is blah, 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 okay, blah, blah. Recent shutdown of 3DS and Wii U shops gives us some insight when Nintendo pulled the plug and therefore removed access to the hundreds of games available across both platforms. It proved to be all the justification some people needed to hack their hardware and obtain software that previously paid for by downloading it from the internet. And then you're going to have that. And then here's your problem. And people are like, why are everyone pirating our games? Dude, why are you pirating our games? Because I bought it and you took it away from me, so I just want what was mine. No, you can't do that. Why? You didn't really buy it, you just got a license. Why? That's how the game shop works. No. I just want to play the campaign, not the online crap. Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, there's not a lot of games moving forward that aren't going to have some kind of online element of annoyance. Such practice is rightly frowned upon by many within the gaming world. Oh, you think so? But others will argue passionately that this is simply a case of community preserving what the industry won't. That's pretty much what it is. The industry doesn't want to put the money out, so fans got to hobble together a version and then risk getting sued by the company, who all of a sudden realizes that, like, hey, people still wanted this and they're giving it away and we're not making money on it, even though we weren't making any money on it because we took it out of all the e-shops and delisted it. So, yeah, let's sue them. But I've already seen quiet industry in games as a whole simply isn't interested in making sure its history is preserved for posterity. I would also go as far to say that without piracy, many digital excuses would be lost forever. See? How about without preservation? There is a fine line between piracy and preservation, I feel. You know, piracy is just somebody sitting there downloading everything all the time just because it's mine, I'm going to take it because it's on the internet, give me. You know, and then there's people who are like, no, man, dude, this thing doesn't exist. It's super rare. People want to play this game. They can't play it. Here's how you can do it. Yeah, that kind of thing. So I am all for, if it's not legally obtainable anywhere because companies just don't care, then there's always another option. Yeah. It's the point where pirating is pivotal to preservation. That's a lot of alliteration. History lesson. Let's go. For those old enough to remember when music was important, there used to be a lot of bootlegs of live concerts from like Bob Dylan, Jimi Hendrix, Nirvana, and all those bands from ye olden times, right? So basically, record companies would go nuts trying to sue all these overseas places that were, selling bootlegs of all these concerts. They would go to these concerts, they would record all this crap, blah, 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 and they put it out there. Now, if it wasn't for these people doing that, whether you agree with it or not, there's a fine line between selling millions of copies of a bootleg record and pocketing the money yourself and screwing over the artist, and then actually being like, well, dude, at least somebody was there with a freaking tape recorder in 1968, recording who the hell ever, and actually got a copy of a live concert that was really good that we wouldn't have had otherwise, At a certain point, I'm fine with people archiving stuff, and then it's like, if nobody else wants to put it out. That's why like Pearl Jam started doing their own live bootlegs. You know, they were churning them out like every other week because back in the day in like the 90s, dude, there were so many bootleg concerts of Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and all that other stuff. Pearl Jam was just like, yo, if people are going to bootleg it and they want these things, let's just put them out ourselves. And that's smart because, you know, piracy is always a service issue, isn't it? Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. I don't know, but then, you know, everyone gets bent out of shape because blah, blah, blah. I really feel like they should just open that up and just be like, all right, you know, if you're going to do stuff and you're going to preserve it, then at least do like a 50-50 split. You know, you're doing a lot of work, you're preserving it, and then, you know, go.
Hello Atil Will Breath and everyone. Jim hi Jim Ravwave Jim Dance.
What's up, Adam? How you doing? 51 moons. Thank you, thank you. Hi. Hope you're doing well. Today's your birthday. Are you serious? Happy birthday! Wow! That's as close as I could get to a surprise party. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. May you have another one. What? Go!
I do emulation for some of my games/systems despite owning them so they can continue to function without issue myself.
Nice. Besides, there are some quote-unquote preservationists that make the games better. Nah. There you go. My birthday was exactly a month ago. Exactly a month ago. Happy 31 days ago birthday. Hey, look at that. Look. Looking even further back into history, without piracy/preservation, we'd have lost access to countless titles across consoles, computers, arcades, handhelds, devices. Okay. As consumers. Oh, God, this is a long article. I guess you guys can go read it. Games are different due to the ever-changing nature of online updates and fixes. This is the problem. Again, I feel like if they're going to make legislation into this, the concept of physical media, like, okay, over the years, right. Hold on. Physical media, right? It was kind of like, yeah, you had a complete thing, right? And now, you know, gaming update, blah, 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 blah. If we could just get legislation to push out that, bro, you come out with a game, it's got to be complete, no updates, stuff like that. It's basically you're selling somebody a product and the product is incomplete. To me, that feels like a business Federal Trade Commission kind of thing. You know, it's like buying 12 eggs and getting like 6 of them, you know? And then, you know, a week later you get 2, and then a month later you get another 2. And then, you know, like the last 4 is DLC that you got to pay for. Okay, we don't do that with eggs. Why are we doing that with freaking games? And it just became a standard practice, and people are fine with it because, you know, well, you know, it's still in beta, it's still in alpha, it's been in whatever early access for the last 15 years. So, you know, whatever. That's kind of the thing. And I really feel like unless it's going to be a digital game, then whatever. But all that playtesting used to be done beforehand, behind the scenes by actual Q&A, or quality assurance, whatever the hell they're called. And then it would be put on a disc. But now it's just not the case, you know, and it's pointless. It's the nature of the digital ecosystem for gaming has made physical media pretty clunky and unnecessary. Yeah.
Admittedly though, patches did happen before. They just reissued discs with the patches applied to them when bugs were found.
Yeah. You know, and that's fine, but at a certain point, just make your game, come out with the finished edition, and then let it go. You know? But it's never going to happen. You know, games are ever evolving. It's not like a movie. It's not like music where it's just like, there you go, here's the music and here's your movie and blah, blah, blah. You know, that's it. You know, movies and music have been a finished product for pretty much forever, you know, and then now it's like we got into gaming and it used to be a finished product and slowly became well, we got to patch it till it's kind of incomplete to, well, here's the early access version and we'll give you the rest in about 2 years, you know. So it's a problem with the industry as a whole. I don't even, yeah.
Then there is the patches that aren't to fix anything per se but eliminate cheats gamers discovered. Developers should let the people play how they want, cheats and all.
Yeah. That's why a lot of speedrunners will only use certain versions of the game, like a one, oh, we're running this on 1.2 because they patched out A, B, or C prior where you can't do the glitch for the wall or whatever. And I'm like, well, why didn't you just leave it in there? Just let it go, dude. Yeah. Give them the rest of the money in 2 years. Yeah. Dude, that would be fair, right? You know? But then they would never finish making the game. They basically want the lump sum up front, and you got to keep your fingers crossed that they're going to finish and do what they're going to say they're going to do. That's basically it, It's like, yeah, here's this game. We're going to promise all this DLC. Here's a roadmap. We got a roadmap, everybody. Look at this. It's a roadmap. The thing about roadmaps, they were annoying to use when they were on paper. I don't want to look and see this digital printout PDF freaking fold out of what we plan to do, and then they never do any of it. They do like half of it if you're lucky, and then it's just like, well, our resources weren't there. We overestimated our, and whatever. You're not getting it. I'm like, why did I give you money? Really, the problem isn't companies wanting money as much as investors chewing out the companies to release games at certain times or else. Well, at a certain point, God, and we've had this conversation before where it's like, look at Ubisoft. There's like this witch hunt now for investors going after Ubisoft because it's like they delayed the new Assassin's Creed game. So everyone's like, where are my profits this quarter, bro? Well, let the game come out because, when it needs to, as opposed to when you want it to. Because then, God, if you keep pushing out broken games, then you're going to be wondering why your portfolio is getting more and more terrible. Because after a while, people get like, I guess, I don't know, once bitten, twice shy kind of thing with developers. Like a lot of people who don't like Bethesda games, it's because.
Sorry for going off topic. It's spooky season and there's a Gen Z kid at my work who's just starting to get into horror movies. Do you have a top 5 must-see list for someone new to the genre?
Well, if they're new to the genre, they probably don't want anything super, super spooky. I would go with, oh, God. I always like horror comedy, so even the stuff I like within that is probably too dark. Shaun of the Dead, that's going to be your best bet, honestly. Shaun of the Dead, maybe if they like a little bit more wholesome than like Hocus Pocus. God, I want to say Return of the Living Dead Part 2 because Part 2 was a little bit more funnier than Part 1. Part 1 got a little serious. Part 2 is a little bit more fun. I wouldn't say Nightmare on Elm Street because I don't know how their brain works. They might like literally not be able to go to bed. Though Friday the 13th was kind of campy, no pun intended. Like retrospectively, it's kind of campy. The Fly? Are we going old school? The Tingler. I know, it's like I really got to know their personality. But Shaun of the Dead is pretty much a universal safe bet. Unless they're missing some brain cells, then go with Zombieland. God, I hate that movie. What? It is literally the watered down American version of Shaun of the Dead. Okay? Boom, 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 boom. Old school movies that will still scare the crap out of you. John Carpenter's The Thing. Yeah, and usually you also got to think Gen Z doesn't have the patience for slow burns. You know what I'm saying? So, like, getting them to sit through Halloween, the original Halloween, that's a slow roll, bro. Monster House? Diablo 4 showed me that, live service has the opposite effect. Endless content is pretty obnoxious. Yeah. Shaun of the Dead has such a good soundtrack. It does. The Thing, The Mist, John Dies at the End are all good. Scout's Guide to the Apocalypse. Zombie Apocalypse. Yeah. I don't know. Where did I leave off? I got distracted. by the horror movies. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see. Red Ever Standard or DLC content, two different types. Let's see, given the 2 years. Problems and companies are wanting money. Oh, the investor thing. Yeah. Yeah, so everyone's been out of shape about Ubisoft right now because they delayed the next Assassin's Creed game. So everyone's all, what's the problem there? They're also been out of shape that Star Wars Outlaws isn't doing as well as it should. Because, everybody on the internet is like, the main character is ugly. I don't like them. So everyone started complaining about it and nobody bought it because everyone's like, what? Ugly? I forget it. Yeah, imagine an intergalactic bounty hunter, not scavenger. What do they call them? What the hell is it? Not a bounty hunter. What the hell is that character? I don't know. They're running around doing illegal crap. Yeah, imagine them not looking like they just fell out of a TikTok video. Yeah, imagine a hardened criminal not looking like they had time to put makeup on. Incoming ad break. Ow. They also said side quests were repetitives. Oh yeah, side quests are repetitive. Dude, especially in Assassin's Creed. Like, Don was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it was just like, oh, this person did this, kill them. Oh, this person did this, kill them. Bring this back from this person and then kill them. It's like, get the hell out of here. Smuggler, thank you.
Watching the bombings in Iran
No
really
politics.
puts into perspective how silly it is to worry about attractive video game characters.
Yeah, there are bigger problems in the world, but, Twitter. Dude, it's literally Twitter. And then everybody else. Here's the thing. Here's how the world works when it comes to content, bro. All right, people complaining about it on Twitter. If it starts trending, then everybody starts making a video about it or a TikTok about it. So they'll sit around, farm for views because everybody is rage clicking on why this character isn't as attractive as it should be in this new Star Wars game. Blah, 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 blah. It is literally just the base psychological curiosity, brain poking for imbeciles that exists on social media content, blah, 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 whatever. People wonder why I don't watch anything on YouTube anymore. Like, literally, it's like dangling string in front of a cat. Cats aren't really super swift sometimes, but if you get their attention and wiggle things around a little bit, they'll jump at it. That is basically how reactionary the internet is. But unfortunately, that spreads out and then everyone just believes what they hear so they don't go out and try something for themselves because people seem to really like having their mind made up for them, which I find really amazing. Oh, I heard this reviewer didn't like this, so I'm not going to watch this. Oh, I heard this sucked because I'm not going to watch it. Well, I heard this, I heard that. Ads. Let's have some coffee. Wow, good. I can't even block those. Hold on. Boop. Okay. Good.
The other complaint was her being able to knock out stormtroopers with one punch and the stealth system being buggy.
I didn't even know that was a complaint. Well, I didn't even hear that was a complaint. All I heard was the main character's ugly. And I'm like, in what world is this main character, quote unquote, ugly? I'm like, I have seen ugly. This character is not ugly. I just feel like, people have this ungodly concept of what they think beauty is now, thanks to TikTok, makeup, filters, and all this other crap that's going on. And not for nothing. When I see people like that, it makes me kind of puke in my mouth a little bit because they are the remedial template of what they think beauty is. And it kind of makes me vomit because they're doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. Therefore, in my mind, they are robotic little clones on a conveyor belt of TikTok / YouTube / wherever the hell. And it really kind of bothers me because I'm just like, there is nothing going on there. There's nothing going on there. It's just like, it's literally just a factory line of little dolls being churned out by social media. You press the subscribe button and they dance. That's literally how I look at these people at for the most part. I'm just like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Okay. See, it's even infected AI. Mm. It's kind of tasteful. I guess I'll leave it there. Ugh. At least it's not boobs, right? Oh, come on. Uh, Okay, you haven't heard the ugly campaign? Really?
67 moods. Keep
67
going.
moods. ADJ, thank you. Hey. You haven't heard the ugly complaint? I heard the graphics had some issues. Well, if they completed the game like they were supposed to. I don't know. I saw people playing it. I didn't. Like day one, I watched people play it on Twitch. And I'm like, this doesn't look bad. You know? I think I was watching Burke Black play it. And he was having fun with it. And that was kind of thing. Burke Black is usually a pretty good streamer who is smart about what he's smart about, if that makes any sense. And he doesn't overthink the games he's playing. He's just like, I just want to have fun, man. You know? So he'll go into Star Wars not like hearing all that negative crap and just be like, nah, man, this is a fun game. You know? So, you know, hey, he had fun with it. I feel like, you know, me watching, I'm like, this isn't a terrible game. I wouldn't say it's groundbreaking, but I wouldn't be like, oh, this is crap. You know how the internet is? This is crap. This is bleep. This is bleep, man. Don't buy that bleep. Bleep. Yeah. So, I don't know. Generally, I feel like people are way too negative and way too mentally susceptible to the suggestion of, I guess, reviewers, quote unquote, of content. And they're just like, nobody wants to take the time to make up their own mind because it will actually take time. And, you know, people don't have patience. So, you know, they won't do A, B, or C because somebody told them they didn't like it. So I guess if you're watching them, then you must agree with everything that they say, blah, blah, blah. You know, for society. And I got to, oh my God. Side note, and I'm not going to get into the politics of it, but of course I keep up with debates and stuff like that and see what was going on. And there was one yesterday. So, and I'm watching Twitch chat. I'm watching the Twitch chat because somebody was streaming on Twitch chat. And I have never seen a more condensed recycling of quotes and ideas than this particular chat. There were literally hundreds of different people saying the same thing over and over again. No variation whatsoever. Nobody even bothered rewording their ideas. I felt like it was bots, but they were, I literally clicked on names. No, they had accounts for like 5-6 years. And I'm just like, yeah. No, don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah. So it's just like, it's weird when you kind of look at, I guess, the mental workings of your average person. And, you know, we're kind of realizing that, you know, the internet isn't for smart people anymore. So when we do take a swathy survey of everything going on over there and we start seeing very repetitious, samey, cookie cutter molds of just garbage, whether it's like, you know, TikTokers that all look the same, streamers that all look the same, you know, a particular chat room that all says the same thing over and over again, you know, and it's just like, what? And I feel like everybody who has something important to say isn't probably hanging out in those areas. They're doing other things. They're doing more important things, you know? Like, I mean, part of me is like, you know what? Maybe I should just get into science. Maybe I should be curing cancer right now, you know, doing something like that. Wouldn't know where to start, but I feel like I'm wasting my brain on the internet sometimes. Yeah. Boop. All right. No, because if you think about it, it's like, you know, you're running around, you're doing all your little artwork things. Some of them are goofy, some of them are insightful, some of your episodes suck. But you know, it's like for all that insight, it's like, yeah, imagine putting all that focus into some weird medical life-saving thing. That'd be cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even like going on Reddit or Immigrant anymore. It's just all the same stuff over and over. It used to be for memes, but now it's just an echo chamber for hate and anger. Yeah. That's the thing. And I'm kind of over that, bro. You know, it's like, when I go on Twitter and I see the same meme being posted by thousands of people over and over again, I'm just like, didn't anybody want to dig a little deeper than the first thing that came up when you looked for a GIF? You know, it's just like, Minecraft was ugly, but it was fun. It was fine. Yeah, Minecraft did not look pretty at all. People made it pretty and worked with what they had. Yeah. I don't know. It's just bizarre. I'm just, a lot of the internet isn't for me anymore. Like, I get it, you know, where I'm just like, yeah, no, don't need to be here. I'll post what I need to here, but I just generally don't need to be interacting. Some places I flat out leave because I'm just like, yeah, I'm done here. Yeah, at a certain point, it's like, I don't want to deal with it, you know. Been watching, listening to the audio comic book series. Hey, there you go. It will press science. There you go.
I've heard a fear of missing out. I wonder if there is a fear of not contributing to science. Lol.
Yeah, no, man. I feel like I could be making really cool pets for people, you know? But I feel like I'd be overstepping a lot of ethical boundaries just for the sake of scientific curiosity. Yeah. People were like, you know, you can't be splicing bats and pugs. Well, why not? Well, it's not natural. Well, not yet. Not if you keep holding me up, you know? God. Weird. I don't think it's going to say that. Thank you, Thanos. Go.
Admittedly, some of my ignorance of other issues with Star Wars Outlaws is because I wasn't interested in the premise in the first place.
Yeah, neither was I. I didn't even. I mean, generally, I don't care about Star Wars at all now at this point. But I'll pop in every once in a while and see what people are doing. You know, just like, all right, what's going on with this? Yeah, like why not? But yeah, no, the game isn't for me. I'm not going to go out and buy it. Don will probably play it when it gets super discounted. But you know, it's like it is what it is. I didn't walk away saying, oof. It wasn't Concord, is what I'm saying. Glow. I've heard about the glow in the dark cats. Scientists were trying to make cats glow in the dark. Yeah, I don't know why you need that. Why would you need glow in the dark cats? I would try to do that, honestly. Let's see. Are you saying you can make real Pokemon? Well, you know what? If I had unfettered access to cloning and gene splicing, yes. Absolutely. And I would literally put every hour of my life into making weird, super awesome pets for everybody. I mean, yeah, you got dogs, but you know. See if it was possible. It was a gene therapy experiment. See, that's what I would do. I would be the let's see if it's possible sort of camp of things. Yeah. You have a joke, but you don't think it's appropriate for a stream. If you don't think it's appropriate, probably isn't. What's up, Brandon? How's it going? Happy official spooky month. Yes. Let's go. Saber Park recently made a video about how low effort content is poisoning the minds of impressionable children. Yeah, there is a lot of low effort crap, dude. But, you know, people just watch it, you know?
Trusting journalists, especially game journalists, to give you the full story or even the truth seems kinda naive.
Yeah, it is naive. Trusting any journalist. Anybody. But a lot of people like doing that because, you know, they gravitate towards their reviewers or their journalists, quote unquote. And they're just like, yeah, well, I agree with them on most of the stuff, so I'll probably agree with them on this. You know, I'm like, oh, God. I don't know. I don't do it. I just like, if something's out, even if I read a review about it, like I read a couple of things about Beetlejuice, like non-spoiler articles, and I'm like, all right, this person liked it, this person didn't, this one's complaining about something. Yeah, it's always funny when an actor hasn't been in a Beetlejuice movie for 37 years, and then there's this like article about, well, they didn't look like how I remembered. Oh, you think so? Wow, 37 years difference in age? Wow. Oof. Imagine people aging. Oof. God. Yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, throw that one out. It's useless. Big electric mouse. What? Go.
Journalists are just modern day fortune tellers, snake oil salesmen.
No, but at least with fortune tellers and snake oil people, you actually get something, you know? No, the fortune tellers give you a little card, you know? And, you can always do something with snake oil, you know? If you run out of WD 40, you know? Journalists, I feel are I feel like good journalists are probably being buried under all the clickbait. So it's like all the good journalists that actually have non-bias, if you can imagine that, observations that actually have factual news, nobody's going to care because it takes time to get those facts established. And if you don't have a biased perspective on it, by the time you put it out, nobody's going to care because you're not appealing to a particular camp of mentality. And all the stuff that came out prior to that was not even fact checked, had all the clickbait, got all the views, got everybody riled up. So when your truthful story comes out that has a non-biased opinion, it's very middle of the road. Nobody cares because it's not poking at people's brains to make them angry so they can be functioning on their monkey brain, you know? And I feel like that's what it is. Content is just appealing to a lot of the monkey brain going on there. So it's either got to be super spicy or make you angry so you can just yell at things. So people beating their chest or beating something else. You know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, we're regressing. We're in the Planet of the Apes. Where's Caesar when you need him? Caesar, help us. Yeah, dude, I'd settle for Roddy McDowell at this point. Winona Ryder doesn't look 14 anymore. Exclamation point, question mark, what? Good journalism is not published where it conflicts with ad revenue. Yeah, because, bro, you'd probably get better journalism if you subscribe to one of the places that actually has journalists, you know, but nobody wants to subscribe to news. They just want to not pay for it, but you get what you pay for.
Most of these journalists are just people writing articles for pennies on the dollar versus real journalists.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. They're farming for ad revenue. Everybody does that now. That's why it's just such low quality content out there. And I feel like the bar has been dropped to the floor and then kicked off a cliff when it comes to quality content. You know, there's so much of it. There's so little of quality content and so much garbage out there. People are just like, God. And if we're to sum of our influences, imagine what people are going to be like a couple of years from now, growing up watching half the crap that's been on YouTube, TikTok, and everything else. They're going to be mindless zombies. Just brr. But they did say the same thing about television. You know, even when there was only 4 channels, you know, that kind of thing. So every media is vilified to a certain extent. So I try not to do that, but I do think content should be a little bit better. Because at least back years ago, good content would tend to rise to the top. But now people don't have time for good content. They just want to be angry or aroused by something. So, you know, good content, it's like a slow burn and people don't have the patience for it. So it, you know, where it used to rise to the top, now it just sinks to the bottom and you got to dig for it. Yeah. Boring, you know. Old school journalism was far from perfect. It was at least constrained by the limits of paper and ink. Yeah. You know, plus people took it a little bit more seriously back then. Yeah. It wasn't, I don't think journalism really started going downhill until like probably 2000s, once the internet started kicking in. And then it was just like, yeah, we need views, bro. It just wants the instant gratification now. Yeah, it's kind of dicey. You know, isn't there like the people want the dopamine thing going on? You know, before you know it, you're just sitting there and it's just like, ugh. I don't know. It's like when I see content that isn't good, I mean, I know it's not good because I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I can't watch this. You know, I'll just turn it off. You know? And if people start shouting at me the first thing as soon as the video starts, hey guys, shut up. Click. Window closed. Dude, I get more joy of watching those Panavision YouTube videos where it's like Sailor Moon in 1950s, you know? And they just have all this weird stuff happening and I'm like, yeah, all right, this is fine. Oh, speaking of which, no, I want to show you something. It's funny. Where is it? No, it's cool. Where you at, bro? No, no. There it is. Look. Doodled a peanut-style Usagi out of boredom. Look at that. That's pretty good. This is hilarious to me. It's funny. It's funny, especially the crying one. Oh, good. Who did that, actually? Oh, I can't read her name. That was a Sailor Moon thing. Ah. By them. Pogodoka. Pogodoka. All right, you know what? I'm going to see what else they've done, because it's pretty good. Let's see. Well, I don't know if it's going to be safe for work stuff, so let's. I feel like. Oh, man, they got some good stuff. Hold on. A little spicy. All right, well, we'll do first couple. All right. Pogadoka. There you go. All right, they did the Peanuts one, which is pretty good, right? And then they did Doodle This out of boredom. Look. Like Darkstalkers, but in Peanuts form. That's hilarious, too. I guess they were on a Peanuts kick. Look at this. Lucky Star Quartet in the Peanut style. Made out of boredom. That's pretty good, too. Look at that. What else we got? We got some other scribbly things. We got drew this at 4 a.m. Yay, it's 4 a.m. Oh, creepy doll. How would I go about cleaning this doll? I would say fire. We got that. Here's a temp. Different art style. All right. It's got some other stuff. I know I like the Peanuts ones. They're pretty good. This is my favorite, though. That should be my profile picture now. Just this. Just this. Cat's pretty good. In the what style? I don't know. Peanuts. Peanuts. I know, sometimes I don't enunciate. What? I'm sure it'll mess up my subtitles later, and then YouTube will complain. This is why we don't have our stream VODs on there anymore. There's always a complaint, isn't there? Coffee. There's another complaint. God. Yeah. Journalists have always been biased. Yeah, I know. It's a thing. What are you going to do? And then people wonder why it's like nobody's really participating in anything anymore. It's like, yeah, because we've all been inundated with garbage 24/7. We just kind of want to go to their little safe space of whatever the hell we like and just be left alone. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. Nice to be backside in air conditioning. Air conditioning. You're spoiled. For those of you who don't get the joke, whoa, what things in animation? What tripping and falling over things is total clutch. So she's constantly crying and screaming when she gets in trouble. Oh, don't explain it to them. If they don't know, they don't know. Go.
I recently saw a video of a high school teacher using gameplay footage during a lecture to capture students' attention. We've diluted meaningful content, sacrificing depth for momentary thrills. It's sad.
Yeah, well, people don't like depth that makes them think. Nobody wants to think when they could just scroll and find the next thing that makes them happy. But I don't know. I would love to just be able to spark more consciousness and humanity, but I feel like the it's really difficult. You know, it's really difficult. And even being in media, if you're smart, it's so difficult because, you know, it's like anytime you're trying to reach new minds or new viewers, to get them to stick around long enough to actually want to absorb something long enough to make them think is nearly impossible. It is nearly impossible. Yeah. Dead internet theory or limited consciousness soul theory. I'm saying a little bit of both. From what I've learned over the last couple of years, people are dumber than I anticipated. So yeah, I feel like limited conscious souls theory. Dude, I have just seen people on autopilot. I'm like, everyone has a fear of a robot uprising. At least they're programmed to do things properly, as opposed to being, autonomous meat bags just falling all over themselves. It's crazy. Doctor Who messed with that with the Dot and Bubble episode. It was sad and interesting at the same time. YouTube doesn't want people thinking freely. I don't think anybody wants people thinking freely. Nobody. Free thought is, makes people think. Paper and ink incentivized quality control since there was limited space to put info, but the internet has no such bottleneck. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. So everybody could just spout out whatever the hell they want, whether it's true or not. And people are like, yeah, dude, I saw this video on YouTube about the, state of the world. And this is the reason everything's going to hell. No, everything's going to hell because you watched a 12-year-old YouTuber lecture you about the political landscape of society. But they made some good points. Yeah, so do my scissors. You want to see those? The hell out of here. Good. Let's see, it was what? Ready number past debated. I wasn't, what? Wasn't ready on legit idiocracy levels of intelligent lost philosophy. Dude, it is rough out there, dude. Like I always overestimate when I say intelligence, I never mean book smarts, mathematical abilities, reading, whatever, that kind of thing. When I say overestimate intelligence, I overestimate their consciousness or their awareness of their surroundings, their actions, and just what they're doing. I'm like, and when you get into a conversation, forget it. All bets are off. I don't know. Usually, unfortunately, older people, oh God, I hate to say this. I know nobody likes quote unquote boomers, but guess what? They had time to think because they weren't engulfed by the internet, because they grew up without it. It's sad. Those are those are the better conversations I have, It's like around millennials and backwards, depending on how engulfed people were by the internet. Like, dude, the older people I talk to, it's like they're well-read. They can formulate thoughts. They can have conversations and just, have a back and forth kind of thing. Even with doctors, I got to tell you, I've had varying degrees of ages of doctors. The younger ones are always just looking in their pads or their laptops and just, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. No eye contact, nothing. They're just checking off things. Older doctors, they'll say, all right, what's wrong? And you're almost taken back, like, what? You're not going to look at the computer? And they'll just push the computer off to the side. And they'll make eye contact, and they will sit and say, what's bothering you today? Like, all right. And then, what happens when you do this, that kind of thing, and they pull information out of you in a completely different way, because before they start typing it in their computer, they're processing it. They're not saying, oh, back pain, check. They're like, all right, well, what type of back pain? There's varying degrees of back pain, So it is, it's sad to say, but, older generations, I've had better conversations with for the most part, because I'm not sitting there getting reactionary kind of things like, it's going to be the end of the world when I go to the doctor and be like, here's the 10 things you can do to lower your blood pressure. Number 1, hold on, I got to show you an ad first. Oh God, please. Nurse comes in with a little ad, this diagnosis has been brought to you by, whatever, Monster Energy. I'm like, oh, for sakes. Intelligence IQ is problem solving ability, sans knowledge. Knowledge is book smarts. Yeah, basically, just consciousness. That's all. Gen X got the best and worst from both ends. Gen X was a good happy medium. You know, it's like their impressionable age wasn't inundated with a lot of computers, but they were still tech savvy enough when computers became mainstream to use them. Now, technically, we're Gen X, so it's like.
I remember years ago, when a doctor went to look at my ankle, he didn't look in my eyes or even touch my ankle. He looked at it a few minutes, said what he wanted me to buy, then left.
Oh.
I had to pay $50 for
I got ripped off, man. Yeah, dude, doctors like that, worse. Dude, a good doctor will, like, they'll poke and press, and you may not like it, and I'm not a big fan of physical contact. But you got to be hands-on. You know, you got to look at your patients. You got to assess, because a lot of patients can be a bit stoic about their ailments. You know, they'll go in and be like, yeah, doc, you know, I got kind of a back pain kind of thing, you know, and that kind of thing. I was wondering, like, you know, what can I do for that? That kind of thing. But if you're a good doctor, you'll look at their face, because, you know, regular people don't have a good poker face when it comes to medical issues. You know, if something is really bothering them, they may not say it, especially guys. They may not say it because, you know, they're guys. My back hurts. I could walk it off. You know, that kind of thing. But if you're a good doctor, you're going to notice the nuanced, you know, human mannerisms that are, you know, the tells, as it were. And you'll be like, no, this is really hurting this guy. All right, we got to figure this out. Let's go get a scan. You know, as opposed to like, yeah, whatever. You know, some doctors are just like, yeah, well, you know, here's some ibuprofen. Yeah. Gen X also had to learn how computers work because they broke all the time. Yeah, that's true. Sounds like my dad always getting on me, to get off my phone. It'd probably be a good thing every once in a while. Yeah. Dude, we depending on what we have to do, we're either on the phone all the time or I don't touch it for a week, you know? So I can totally live without the phone. Dude, again, we had 7-day blackout. Dude, even the cell towers went down. I was fine. I was actually happier. I'm not even joking about that. I literally broke out physical media, and I was using battery-operated CD players to listen to music and draw on a notepad. Dude, I was fine with it. 7 days, dude. I was like, yeah, this is cool. Yeah, it was like living in the 80s, right? Let's see. Browsing coffee shops right now, looking at some of the coffee this morning. What? I just went across a place that has matcha green tea, pumpkin spice. Can people stop? What? They mix them both together? Or is it just separate? A lot of the people with medical is being understaffed a lot or burned out. I don't deal with patients side. Research company going to go to the subject to keep an emotional distance. Yeah, you don't have to get emotionally involved. You just have to read the room, as it were. Yeah, but dude, staff is booked out like you wouldn't believe. They're overworked. It's insane. And I hate even going over and bothering the doctor for stuff, and I generally won't unless it's really bothering me. If I start losing feeling in part of my body, then yeah, I feel like I got to go visit a doctor. But generally, I don't want to ask them another question about anything unless I have to. Of course, this is why it took, let's see. Well, you've been working on trying to get that tooth fixed for we're on 6-7 months now? Yeah. Because everything's been backed up. Plus, your other doctor, it's like, you're not going to be able to see them for like a month. And I'm like, what? All right, granted, they were on vacation, so now they're backed up from that. So. That would fix computers, make them worse, and I ended up starting to fix my own stuff instead. Oh, I can always make a computer better. Still good. I mean, okay, what? What happens? And where it comes from you, what? You see, when we were given computers, they were a tool advancing learning use. One main purpose of current computers and software is to make use of its users, and then use the truth. Ads. There's no truth in ads. Third-party subconsciousness. We can all, what? We call it an algorithm following everyone around. Oh, I never listened to the algorithm. Algorithm sucks. I love keeping the algorithm guessing because it's like, dude, every time I go on a YouTube, it's music videos, and then it's like, oh, here's this weird Sailor Moon thing, and then randomly I will just click on a random sports video just to mess them up. And they're like, wait, sports? But you were just watching Sailor Moon, dude. Then you watch that music video, and then this Dr. Scholl's, high arch video about what? Then physical therapy? And something about a new phone? And then video games? And then cars? And then skydiving? And bungee jumping off the edge of a sidewalk? I don't understand. Okay. I'll say. Blueberry. You got blueberry icy. What? Oh, in the cinema. There you go. Enjoy the movie. Turn off your phone. Go.
When my dad went to fix the computer, he'd start hand-pecking at the keyboard. I'd point out a shortcut or two, and he would instantly say, I know what I'm doing.
But clearly you don't. Well, here's the thing. If you know what's wrong, then you fix it. Don't let other people fix it. Thank you. This good friend tells me when I gotta mess with the algorithm. I think they're crazy, but the guy recorded himself playing with the pumpkin puppet is clear advice. It is. It is. What? Mess with the algorithm. We don't know what to show them, dude. Go.
There are all sorts of problems Gen Z and Alpha are experiencing that aren't necessarily because of social media or internet or technology. They aren't being taught moderation or other necessary skills interacting with it.
All they need is patience, honestly. Patience. That's it. Nobody got patience. And attention span. And critical thinking. Those are the big three. Critical thinking, patience, and, working on their attention span. Dude, you get all those. If you have all those of faculties working in your brain, I feel like you're pretty good. Easiest way to mess with the algorithm is being poor. It really doesn't know what to do with you. Right? They don't click or buy on anything, man. What do we do? Yeah. They won't tell you, you know what? Then they'll start giving you ads for crypto. That's what they'll do. Here's videos on crypto. You want to be rich, right? Because you're totally poor, bro. Dude, just invest in crypto. And then some YouTuber is going to be like, dude, invest in my crypto. I got crypto coin. What? What do you call it? I got whatever. Just wave your hands around a lot and say, yo, it's to the moon, diamond hands and all these other Wall Street Bet Reddit kind of little memes, together ape strong. There you go. Buy my crypto coin. That kind of crap. Critical thinking wasn't being taught much when I was a kid. Some parents assumed it was obvious and just told their children to not to without explaining why. Yeah, no, dude, anytime we were messing around stuff, your parents are pretty good about explaining stuff. Don't do that because you'll die, Yeah, and I don't know, man, if nobody wants to, whatever. Where can I move? What other country would invest in squirrels and pumpkins? Hello? Canada, how you doing up there? Is Canada expensive? Yeah, crypto is for rich folks. Yeah, for like trust fund babies that got nothing else to do with $200,000, so they're like, hey, you know what? Yeah, let's just get some Dogecoin and some Bitcoin and some Ethereum. I'm gonna buy hopium too. Okay, whatever. And then they're very blasé about, yeah, man, I lost like $200,000 in crypto. Like their losses are a badge of honor. No, that's just a badge of stupidity, bro. You got money, you hold on to it. British Columbia is expensive, along with Vancouver. Oh, but those are places I want to go. I want to go to Canada and meet Scott Pilgrim. Watch their band play. Somebody be like, you realize they're not real people, right? They're fictional characters. Look who you're talking to. Go.
Anyone else's YouTube app does this annoying thing where you tap on a song with autoplay on, and instead of just playing the song, it generates a whole mix?
No, I Maybe? I don't know. I never get past the first thing I click on. I not even joking. Where they're like up next, I'm like closed. I don't care about what's up next. I already saw what I wanted to see. Later, bro. I have never sat through a pre-made playlist that YouTube spews out at me. So I don't know. I click on the video I want to see and then get the hell out of there. I'm not that viewer that just kind of like, oh, I wonder what's next. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I got other things to do, man. I got to create things like this. Hey, we got a new comic book. Hey, look, it came out. It should be up on, it better be. Should be up on Itch and Gumroad, and it's also on Patreon. Look, Sweet Treats. It's got Lucretia in it. It's a little Halloween tale. Ooh. Bro's got a cupcake. Yeah, that's why we're in a comic shop. We're trying to get the guy to carry it. Dude, carry my comic book, bro. Hand printed. Only 3 hours to go to fully charge my power station. 3 hours? Find an outlet. The order's turning into a movie Demolition Man. Oh, dude, the 3 seashells, dude. Yay, new comic. I don't know. Don't get too hyped. I don't get hyped about it. I'm already on something else. I'm like, dude, I got another one I got to work on. We're weird. Yeah, that isn't a thing that YouTube... What? Generates a playlist after you click on one of the songs based on your past listing. Ah, all right. 1,800 watts. It is attached to an outlet. Well, then just use the outlet. You're right there. I'm using a power bank for my outlet. Ah. Yeah, we should make a Pum'Kin coin. You know? Come on, why not? Only available during October, right? So that means it'll accrue in value because you can't mine it after the fact. You can only mine it during October. Have to charge the power station, not the outlet. But whatever you're going to charge with your power station, just put it right in the outlet. I know you don't charge outlets. That's not how electricity works. I'm getting coffee. Ow! All right, well, after this. After this bouncy message. Okay. Hey, finally a nice one. Where are all the pumpkins? We used to have a bunch of pumpkins. Where are the pumpkin ones? They show up so rarely. I don't even know what's happening there. There's like 2 of them there. There's one standing on the other one's hair. What is even happening there? Oh, that one's weird. At least it's different. Ah, well, there's some pumpkins. Good job. Anyway. Once the print finished, I cooled it down and moved it to the van, then put the power station inside the charge. Oh, okay. Seems you need to clean up my files. Yeah. Crypto is money with extra steps. Yeah, I don't like that. It's too many steps to make regular money, let alone go through crypto. Are these AI generated, you traitor? All right, well, here's what I want you to do then. All right, you know how to draw, right? Make me 1,000 coffee cards, right? I'm going to need them in a week. And you can't charge me. You can't charge me anything. Nothing. No, you can't charge me anything. You can do that? All right, next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, they're all going to be done. Vampire God's got me. Thanks. They'll all be changed out. Let's see. I will. Watch me. I'll do it. I swear. Then they'll just send me AI art, right? I'm like, no, man, I did all these. Hey, you lie. Okay, I don't want stick figures, though. All right. Let's see. Pumpkin coin. A pumpkin and dump scheme. I see what you did. I'm happy with the rise of the VTubers recently. Yeah, it's kind of weird because, VTubers are getting up there. Was it Iron Mouse did they're super, they got all the most subscribers ever on YouTube? Not YouTube, Twitch. How? I think I've like popped into their stream once and I'm like, yeah, they're doing a thing. Now is that they didn't sway me either way. I mean, good for them. That's great. Yeah. Steve, there's still hope for Steve. Yeah, I tag non-AI when I get Photoshop to generate my art. It's not AI art. Oh, how does that even work? You get Photoshop to generate your art, but it's not AI art? That's... Huh? Sabasan, she donating half of it to charity. Nice! See there? That's helpful too. That's helpful too. Nice. That's not how that works. I'm okay with yours, but oh, dude, I'm tired of seeing AI art everywhere too. Even here, you know? It's like, I just feel like AI art is going to be the necessity because nobody has time to do anything because the world is crushing us to the point of us, like everybody who's in a creative field. It's just like everything's too expensive. Everything's overpriced and nobody wants to pay for anything because nobody can afford to. That's why AI art exists, you know? It's literally because everything's expensive. And nobody has the time for this, you know? You know how long it takes to make art? Trust us, it takes a long time. And we're pretty quick. Time poverty. Yeah, pretty much. Dude, that's why automation is going to take over. And whether you like AI art or, I guess, AI stories, they're doing that. That kind of thing. I guess it's just like, it's going to be inevitable and people are going to be fine with it. And not for nothing, considering all the empty content that we've seen on, YouTube, et cetera, AI art is at least going to be farming from something that's going to be relatively intelligent until it slowly degrades itself by farming itself and becoming garbage. So we're going to have a good golden age of AI stuff, but at a certain point, it's just going to suck. Time it takes makes it better.
I was looking for a Halloween computer wallpaper yesterday and it's all AI art that shows up. The jack-o'-lanterns didn't have faces, just shapes.
Yeah, it's got a problem with that. But some of them have gotten good. Like we've been delving into it and it's like some of it comes out good. Every once in a while, every 50 or so, it'll turn out something decent, And still that would take less time to just redo those prompts over and over again than track somebody down, hire an artist, quote.
It already seems to have reached that mark though. I've noticed art is starting to have a singular style now.
Yep. It's looking very samey. But even with, what do you call it? I lost my train of thought. Shoes. All right, well, it'll come back to me. Oh, wait, there's another thing. That's assuming if AI doesn't evolve ever, so who knows what the future holds for us. Oh, it'll get better. It'll definitely get better. Yeah? Are you saying we might find a post-AI renaissance? Probably. What? But dude, time, dude, there is no time. AI art is going to kill art though. It already killed music. It killed music. All the CGI effects in movie killed practical effects. We all have garbage. Nobody wants to do anything organic anymore. Why? Because it takes too much time and it costs too much money. This is why they basically canned Dark Crystal as a series. What do you mean? We need a bunch of puppets and puppeteers and stuff and may have to use art? Yeah, we can't CGI all this? No. Got to use puppets. No, forget it. Music died 4 to 5 years ago. No, it was longer than that. Yo, 2000s, early 2000s, it started going. It was crazy. At least 20 years. Everyone started copying what already exists. Yeah, dude. And it's like, people have fiddled around with AI music. Dude, it can make decent music too. I'm not going to say it's great and I'm sitting there and I'm having emotional experiences about it, but, it's not bad. Yeah, when auto-tune took over. 3D printing acorns are better. Yeah. Puppets cost too much. Yeah, dude, I cost, together? Probably $7, $8. Yeah. Least. I think AI killed the bottom level music, which is super cool. Yeah, super cool, bro. Dude, think of all the chill beat music. A lot of that is AI generated. And you know how much music is made with heavy assistance from computers? Dude, just drag and drop your loops, bro. Drag and drop. Extend them out a little bit, drag a little effect here, put that over there, export. It's weird because I'm like, I don't think people have a, well, again, I guess this goes back to thinking. When you discuss the viableness of AI in stuff, and people get all, bent out of shape, especially the art community. And hey, we're artists, we've been around forever. And I find it odd that a lot of people in that don't realize where things are going to go inevitably. And they're just outraged. I'm like, it's going to happen, And most of these people are digital artists too. It's like, you're not even picking up pen, paper, or paint. Yeah, but I'm doing the work myself. I'm like, you're not mixing paints. You're not mixing the inks. You're not even cracking open a thing and dipping a brush in it and putting it on paper. I mean, it's, at what point are you just like, well, this is an art because of these reasons? Again, I've said this before. Older artists really hated when a lot of art started becoming digital. Some people acclimated to it, some didn't, and you had to adapt, or it just didn't work. And you got less and less jobs because it was actually more inconvenient for companies to handle original pieces of artwork because you have to photograph it, you'd have to put it in the computer anyway, fix it up because, pictures aren't great.
I noticed it when I stopped feeling like dancing to music anymore because programs do things too perfect and real rhythm isn't perfectly timed.
Yeah, dude, it's like it misses that organic quality, I know a lot of people are just like, oh, dude, it's like, but again, we're in that quick fix sort of society. So if they see a picture and they're just like, oh, that's cool, they'll use it as a desktop for like, or a wallpaper for like 20 minutes and then change it out. Like, oh, dude, I can use this as a wallpaper. Quick, and then they get bored and they're like, oh man, I hope there's another one, and they'll find it and they'll be like, no, I'm going to use this one. This one's really cool. Hypothetically, say we worked on this, right? 30 hours doing this or whatever, hypothetically. If you go back to the other one, whatever, who cares? 30 hours on that. People are like, oh, wow, that's cool. All right, yeah, good job. You know what I could have done in 30 hours? Not this, but I could work on a cartoon. Yeah, so why would I work so much on weird little cards I'm just throwing around in the background? I don't know, it's got its uses. What are you gonna do? I'm still waiting for advertisers to use AI to make deepfakes of people they're advertising sell. Oh, there was already one. There was one with Tom Hanks. No, there was a deepfake of Tom Hanks trying to sell something to somebody. He had to go out and say, that's not me. Yeah, I don't know. You got to look it up. No, it got crazy. There was some kind of legal thing going on with that. Super cool cards, though. See, that's what I mean. Some people were just like, no, dude, those cards look good. And I'm like, they're not bad. Like, dude, you know how long it would take me to do this? Really long time. Same thing with this. They're not bad. I'd have to go in and fix it because that hand is just ungodly not right. But generally, it's like, dude, it turns out some good stuff. See? Most people don't even know that there's extra fingers there because they're going right to that part. There's extra fingers there, chat, in case you weren't paying attention. Most people aren't paying attention. Yeah? How are we on fingers here? Still wrong. Still wrong. See? That's the first thing I notice. Other people don't care. They're like, yeah, I'll use it as a wallpaper. Yeah? Are we in the swimsuit section? What is happening? Whatever. You get what I'm saying. Well, for the love of... look at the hands, not the breasts. Yeah, you're going to ask the internet to do that? Dude, the last time I was on DeviantArt, I just saw a lot of round circles with just deformed hands. And people are like, yeah, I'll buy that. People are literally buying AI art with deformed hands, and they're fine with it. Just because the circles are big, And I'm just like, oh my God. People are just churning out AI art, and people are paying for it. And I'm like, dude, at that point, that should be free. Find a program and add your own prompts. You can get whatever you want. You know, dude, pay for real art. Pay for real art because people actually did something with that. AI art is just whatever. AI art is like an image on a cereal box, if that makes any sense. It's just a graphic, you know? It's like a lettering, you know, to me, at least in my eyes. It's like, oh, that's a cool logo, whatever. But art is art, you know? So, I'm just here lurking. Lurk away. Lone Pauline in the sea of pumpkins is super cool. Did you mix your own photograph for that background? No, that was just all AI. There are some ones that we did actually do our own doodles and put on there. They're usually the nicer ones that are a little bit more cozy. I don't even know when they come up, but we were like, all right, let's see what it could do with a doodle. You know, and some of them came out really good. You know, if they ever pop up, there's a freaking 1,000 of them, dude. I don't even know when they're going to pop up, but I'll point them out if they do. People, go.
You want to hear the ultimate irony? It's finally happened. An AI artist is crying out for copyright protections. The irony is stabbing me.
All right. Dude, it's crazy. It is crazy. Okay, here's the thing. There's two types of artists now. There's like the artists that are doing, well, quote unquote artists that are doing AI art and they want to like copyright the work and they're like, dude, it's copyrighted work. At that point, it's like, as far as I'm concerned, it's a remix of other elements that are out there. You know, kind of like the way most YouTube videos are. That's literally what it is. Then there are artists who are actual artists, but they're just using other people's work. Like, you know, Batman, Superman, questionable positions with Harley Quinn in it, you know, that kind of thing. And it's like, then there are artists that actually make something. And granted, we're not like, yay, we're super good artists. We really don't think we're artists. We're more of hobbyists. But at least, hey, we got a little pumpkin guy. We got this crazy person over here. You got the squirrel things going. You know, it's like we make stuff, you know? And even if AI art is doing these, oh yeah, let me just get over here. Even they're doing this, at least it's using our characters and not somebody else's. God, please get this one off the screen. This one, I don't even know if this one's better. Okay, it's acceptable. But at least we're using our characters, bro. All right, whatever. Either adapt or die. Most Americans' brands didn't survive as we know today. Yeah. By the late 70s, American plaster was Buy American ads when the Japanese cars were definitely more suited to the current market. Yeah, go.
They were losing millions, they said, because of it. Totally unaware of their actions.
Yeah, I'm losing millions. Oh, geez. Well, okay, here's the other thing. Two examples. Who remembers when the early version of the Dune book came out? What was it, like a first edition of Dune? And somebody was auctioning off, and the people who bought it thought that meant they had the rights to it. Okay, I bought the book, so I have the rights to it. Yeah, and they were gonna make a whole bunch of movies and a series and all this other stuff. Yeah, the other thing now is there's an uncut version of Evil Dead, like a 16mm film that's up on eBay. And everybody's trying to buy it because they're like, well, then it'll be my film and I'll have the rights to it. That's not how that works. Like, I don't understand it. There's a lot of people have no idea how to hell copyright. I feel like a spider is making a web in my mouth right now. Hold on. Ugh. Ugh. That's so weird. I don't know. Maybe I ate a spider and he has a nice cozy home. But dude, I was like, what do you mean you bought like first edition of Dune? So you think you own Dune now? That's not how that works. If I find a first edition of Harry Potter, it doesn't mean I own Harry Potter. That's what the hell, dude? And these are people who spent thousands upon thousands of dollars on this thing. I'm like, what? How'd you even get that money considering your mentality and perspective on this? Oh, well, selling AI art the whole time. Oh, okay. That makes sense now. Oh, God. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm losing millions on the art I, remixed from other elements. Gonna de-stress. Get some more coffee. I wish I could buy Dune 2. Or the first edition Bible. Hey, I found the Bible. That means I own religion, right? Wait, what? I found the original Bible. That means I own Christianity. That's not how that works. No. It was on eBay. I bought it. No. Let me get some, whatever.
Ladies out there,
Wow.
don't ask a guy a question if you don't want the truth, because they'll give it to you, and then you'll be sad. Ask for an honest opinion and be glad that you got it. May not be what you want to hear, but yes, dear, those pants make you look fat. Why don't you use this? This looks so much better on you. Because you are thick.
Thank you. Hey, we actually got a pumpkin card. Thank you, Dyfid. See, that was a fun card. I like that card with the pumpkin in it. Let's see. I have a nice little copy of God is Disappointed in You. Besides me, there's its comedic retelling of the Bible with some comics too. Nice. Ah, we got an ad start and a bit. Wow! Zatora! Gifted a bunch of sub. Raskolnikov, you got a sub. Wake, you got a sub. Mad Dog, you got a sub. Death Argus, you got a sub. Data Spot, you got a sub. Thanks to Zatora. That means you probably won't have to sit through Ed, but you might have to refresh the stream anyway. Thank you. Thank you for supporting this nonsense. Let's go. Beautiful. Wow. Wow.
Then again, companies do get mad even if you make your own original character if it even remotely has similar aspects of other characters, despite how much companies start to churn out low-end characters. It seems they do it on purpose.
It seems to do it on purpose so no one can compete, and that is unfair as well on the other spectrum. Yeah, it is. There is a fine line between that where it's like, after a while, all characters are going to be the same. And you're just going to be like, every character has been made. Yeah, but this one's got blue hair. No, sorry, we did one with blue hair. Yeah, but this one's got black hair. No, we did that too. That's in this series. Well, this one wears glasses. Well, no, we have this one over here with glasses. Then you have to make it weird where it's like, all right, this one has pink skin, 3 boobs, and an extra butt cheek. Well, we have that in the Disney archive, so you can't use that. Oh, God. No, it's weird. Is it the B-sides? Is it the B-side thing? Which album? Dun, dun, dun. Also, hi. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I told everybody about that. I told people. Yeah, it's a B-side collection. I was like, oh, good. Thankfully, I got to listen to MSI B-sides because music has been just so garbagey lately. What's that? Microstar International. Wait, that doesn't work. All right, we're on ads, so. Ads. I should put this up every time there's ads. Come on, it's funny. In the meantime, wow, I can't even believe it. Dude, this is like a, I wasn't here, okay? I had to drive to South Carolina tomorrow to evacuate my girlfriend. Oh, man. Dude, there's a lot going on there. Dun, 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 dun. True. Well, but not really. Before Gandalf, Tim. But that's not accurate. I feel like this is somebody who posted this and it was like, well, this movie came out before Lord of the Rings, so this was the first wizard. No, no, there were books. There were books. Wandering piano. Wander to your local library. Let's see. They probably know. I'm just messing with them. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. The first wizard was Merlin. Yeah. I know. I don't know if I like Merlin. Do I like Merlin? I think he was aight, right? There's that weird movie with Sam Neill playing Merlin. He was in there. That was all right. But then I think Martin Short played like this weird little goblin type creature that was hanging out with the evil person. Yeah, I gotta look that up again. Hmm. Dun, dun, dun. What's not like the leg? He's a grouchy man going backwards through time. That's kind of like us on Reddit. Dun, dun, dun. Boop. Yeah. Oh, this was kind of funny. Hey, community's back. All right. No, this is funny. Somebody like took an old timey thing and made it a meme about current people. Look, people nowadays. Lol. Tinkerbell dies of lack of attention. My views are down. My TikTok ain't getting all the views that I need to, and I'm wearing the shortest of skirts. What do I do? Yeah. How do I get my views up? Nobody's on my Insta, bro. That was funny. What if the future Merlin was truly just a time traveler using future tech as magic? Oh, yeah, I guess anybody super advanced, whatever they had, it would be considered magical to people who just didn't know what the hell was going on. That's what happened, though. That's what happened. I'm not getting attention. I'm going to die. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Where the hell's the other thing? Oh, dude. Dude. I'm gonna do it. Dude. Listen. Dude. Boom. Dude. We're getting Halloween buckets. Dunkin' Donuts is actually making Halloween buckets, even though they're just called Dunkins now, and they're putting donuts in it. But the problem is you got to get a 50 count of freaking little donut holes here. 50 count. What the hell am I going to do with 50 little donuts, dude? Don't say eat them because I will die. How small are those? They're little donut holes, like the little, what they still call them, munchkins? What do they call them? Oh, they are munchkins. Really? Nobody complained about that, huh? Dunkin's Halloween Munchkin buckets will be available for purchase with a 50 count order. 50 count, bro. 50. Give them to cops, maybe. Dude, do I really want to incite anger from police? Here, guys, I thought you could use these. Ha ha. Yeah, okay. What's your name? Yeah. But that's cool. Little buckets. I mean, and the graphics aren't great, but at least somebody's making an effort, right? Is McDonald's doing that this year? Are they doing little Halloween buckets? I know this is going to sound stupid. If you just buy a couple of these and you put them in storage and then wait 20 years and bring them back out, they'll probably go for like 50, 70 bucks on eBay. McDonald's brought back their buckets. They shrunk almost half the size. Oh, that's typical. Yeah, the older ones were kind of big, right? From what I remember. Don't miss the Halloween Cooper booklets that bakers used to offer. Yeah, the only coupon booklets that I think I remember seeing were like, what, McDonald's or something? Could have been Burger King. You know? That's when everyone had this fear about giving out candy because, you know, people were going to like, oh, there's drugs in the candy. They're trying to poison your children. BBB. That kind of thing. Well, it can't be breaking up that bad that you don't have the time to text about it. Yeah.
All the Bezos monies for the squirrel.
Hey, there you go. Thank you. Sundancer, I appreciate 34 moons. Taking the Bezo bucks. Putting it in my pocket. Never giving it back to Bezos. Unless I got to buy something from Amazon. Which is ironic. Do we all work for Amazon in one way or another? I feel like that's the case now. We're all living in a company town called Earth and Amazon owns it. No. What? No, there is irony there. Let's see. Eat them by pacing yourself and they'll last a few months. They're not going to taste good. They're not going to taste good. I mean, you can freeze them, but who wants to reheat a tiny little donut in a microwave? It's kind of weird. Maybe you could do that. I don't know if it would work. Yeah. I don't know, but at least that's out there, and that's kind of cool. Anytime there's a Halloween floating around, it's always good. Like this. Boom. Dude, somebody on Reddit posted this whole thing. Where is this? Boom. Some of my old stuff I've been collecting for years. I love old-timey Halloween stuff. I don't even know what these things are. I think these are little noisemakers back here. Look, they got some weird Freddy Cat Halloween. They got some weird old toys. They got a little noisemaker. I never get to... Ooh, this is glass. Witch carrying a pumpkin. Look at that. Another noisemakers. I guess they made a lot of noisemakers. Fortune wheel. Ooh. Look at that. I haven't seen that before. Another little witch. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of witches. What's that up top? I don't even know what that is. What do we got here? Oh, that's a person's hands. Hey, look, a little pumpkin with a cat inside of it. Oh, the other weird little tchotchkes. Some of these are kind of cool. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Gypsy Witch fortune telling playing cards. We actually have this. We have that one. We actually found them at a thrift store. Yeah. But very rarely do you find any of that old, weird, crazy crap. There's a lot of repros out, but, you kind of want the original. And a bunch of cats at the bottom. Oh, that's kind of cool. What is this, McDonald's thing? Dude, they got a McDonald's toys. Which one was this? Was this, what's his name, Grimace or something? Nanostellas or light up decorations? Nice. Weird ceramic cat. Is that an old costume? What is that? That's a weird tin. That's Grimace, right? You found some pumpkins on Reddit. What kind of pumpkins? The good kind or the bad kind? It is Grimace. That's weird that they would name a character after a frown. Grimace. You figure you'd want to be like happy or something. Like Smiles. Smiles the burger eater or something. He was always smiling, though. He wasn't like he was frowning all the time. It's weird. Oh, the days. Dude, what are the days? Boom. We got days, chat. We got days. There we go. International Day of Nonviolence. Ugh. Yeah, that's not working today. Independence Day. All right, and what? Guinea? Yeah. Phileas Fogg Wager Day.
Grimace was originally a bad guy, so...
Well, why'd they make him good? He became an anti-hero like every other freaking character that DC owns? And Marvel? They're an anti-hero now. Grimace, the anti-hero. I know what Fog Wager Day is. Education and reading. That's probably why. National Produce Misting Day. Produce misting? Like just spray water around? What is that? All right, whatever. National Custodial Workers Recognition Day. Yes! They're cleaning up the place because you don't clean it up yourself, you sloppy pieces of crap. Clean up after yourself. National Name Your Car Day. I'm going to call it Bob. Name your car day. National Fried Scallops Day. I don't think I've ever had scallops. National Walk to School Day. Yeah, no. National Pumpkin Seed Day, bro. National Pumpkin Seed Day. Let's go. Thank you for the follow. What's up? National Coffee with a Cop Day. Are you kidding me? That's not a day. That can't be a day. Am I supposed to bring a random cop a cup of coffee?
Phileas Fogg is the character from Around the World in 80 Days who makes the original wager.
Oh! Oh, bro. Dude. Ah, all right. There you go. That explains the plane going around the world. Good job. I completely forgot about that. Dude, Around the World in 80 Days, the last time I even had that acknowledged in my brain, I think I was like 5. Don't ask me why. Where did I leave off? Coffee with a cop day. Coffee with a cop. All right, break out the coffee, give it to a cop. You just walk up to him, give him one of these cards and say, here you go. Here's some coffee. They're going to look at you weird. Rosh Hashanah Eve. Rosh Hashanah. I did say that right? All right. Tuvalu. Tuvalu Day. I don't know what that is. National Day, Golden Week holiday. What's Golden Week holiday in China? That's a day. Erev Rosh Hashanah in Israel. I don't know how that's going to go tonight. Mahalaya. Oh, God, words are hard. All right, I want to say Ma'alaya and then Amavasya. Amavasya? Close? There's that day. All right. World Farm Animal Day. There are farms animals. Random Acts of Poetry Day. Somebody poke Andrew Dice Clay with a stick. Maybe he'll come up with something clever. National Kale Day. Kale. How many days are there? Dude, National Custodial Worker Recognition Day. You're repeating your days, bro. That was all the way up here. Look at this. National Custodial Worker Recognition Day. National... What? Oh, God. I remember about 20 years ago or something, some guy proved you could go around the world in 80 hours. Yeah, well, we're talking like old-timey travel. That took forever. Old-timey travel. I always found it weird. It's like, yeah, dude, we can make it around the world in like 80 hours. I'm like, yeah, but you're not landing anywhere. So basically, you're just stuck in the sky for 80 hours. Bum, 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 bum. 365.25 days. I need extra days. Ah. Kind of reluctant to... Oh, what was the other weird thing? Hold up. Ah, there we go. Boom. Spooky season. Boom. Frankenstein. Del Toro announces that his... Oh, God, it is a Netflix adaptation. Netflix adaptation has officially wrapped filming. Oh, Del Toro. Netflix. All right. Well, it's a thing. It's Del Toro's doing the Frankenstein there. So, at least that's fun. Netflix bad. Oh, God. I don't know. I always worry about, Netflix. It could be good. I mean, it's Del Toro. It should be good. Yeah. Very rarely is it just like, oh, dude, Del Toro did this thing and it was utter crap. That's never been a thing. Looks like Solomon Grundy. More creepy monster design might be interesting. Yeah, I think everybody's kind of tired with the little flat top universal monster thing that nobody can ever use because universal. They got a weird retro Transformers happening for 40th anniversary or whatever. This thing. Transformers' newest Optimus Prime figure is a Macy's exclusive. Macy's is still around? I thought there was just maybe one in the city just to keep the Thanksgiving Day parade alive. But this is kind of weird. Like, it comes in a VHS kind of clamshell kind of thing. And I was like, what? So, yeah, it's like literally a VHS thing. It's kind of, is this even a figure or like, what does it do? It looks like it's been squished so it can fit into the box. Macy's is fine. It's not having any major issues. Really? How? The Macy's at West Farms Mall does really well? Holy crap.
Have you seen the Nosferatu remake trailer yet? I am hopeful. Willem Dafoe is always Willem Dafoe, however. I never see him as anything other than himself. I kind of wish they had a different actor.
Yeah, every time I see William Dafoe in a thing, he's William Dafoe, you know? He's not a man of many faces. He's the man with that one face that does the thing he do, you know? And it's not like he's a bad actor. It's just, he's there. I think old people keep them going. Old people? How are they able to afford Macy's? Isn't that like expensive? The only time I went through a Macy's once is when I had to pass through it to get to the other end of the mall. I never bought anything in a Macy's. Saw a trailer for a new Captain America movie. Yeah. I'm kind of off the Marvel bandwagon at this point. I feel like they did good up into and including, Endgame and a couple of Spider-Man movies. I'll watch Wolverine and Deadpool. That's on digital now. Maybe I should watch that later. Maybe I'll watch that later. Dude. Wolverine, Deadpool, available for streaming. Right. Macy's is really freaking expensive. It's horrible. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Apparently it's doing well. I can't even imagine it. I just assumed it would be going out of business like Sears and, I don't know, Nordstrom's or something like that. I checked out the MCU after Iron Man 3. Oh, come on, a Christmas episode? Where's the other weird thing? Oh. I don't know if this is gonna. Yeah. I don't know if this is gonna save the movie, but James O'Barr doing The Crow there with a comic book that's coming out. The first returns to print. Start off Sumerian's Year of the Crow. The Crow Dead Time returns to print. Oh, they're just. Oh, this is a comic book from '96. This isn't even new. It comes out October 2nd. That's today. So this is just a reprint of an old comic that was available in '96. Oh, God. Nordstrom's is fine too, oddly? What the hell? I don't understand how this works. Like, it's weird that, like, Kmart would close. It's weird that Kmart would close, but Macy's and Nordstrom's would stay open. Like, cow. Seem to have mixed both brand and design with the new one. Well, I think it's like I don't even know if I can zoom in on this. Boop. Oh, wow, thanks. Yeah, I guess. It's a cool cover. This is going to be one of those cases. Does the movie hurt the franchise? Let's find out. Yeah, so I found it weird that all those stores are still open. That, like, Kmart closed down, Toys R Us closed down, KB Toys closed down. What the hell is that? FAO Schwartz, is that still around? Here's the weird thing. I generally don't care about clothes and households. I kind of like toys and comics, so I get more bent out of shape when toys and comic stores close. You know, I just basically, I will buy the same shirt over and over again if I'm comfortable in it. Macy's is a way bigger franchise than Kmart. Really? They had like more stores across the country than Kmart? I just assumed Kmart had more. Schwartz got twisted. Eh. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Your Twitch app crashed. That's it. Lawsuit. Then it. Waiting for things to load. There you go. 1 second. Macy's was fighting Sears for supremacy till Sears died. I always felt Sears was a slightly more expensive Kmart and a little bit more stuffy, if that makes any sense. Like I went in there and it was like a little bit bigger than Kmart and they had like more stuff, but it felt a little bit more stuffy and a little bit more expensive. Now there's no competition. K-Shell, hi. Who remembers Circuit City? I used to go to Circuit City all the time. It's where I bought my first Dresden Dolls album. Literally. Circuit City used to have a CD section. And I was just browsing and I saw it. I was like, this looks interesting. And I just picked it up randomly. I'm like, oh, damn, this is good. Kmart owns Sears? How is that? How does Kmart go out of business? Well, no, Sears went out of business. They both went out of business. Circuit City. They were expensive. It kind of depended. They had some really good sales. I used to frequent one all the time. Yeah. It was actually kind of cool. It's like I was there so much, like people knew me there. Yeah, I was a nerd. Dude, every time they had new computers, I'd be like going in there looking at the new stuff and be like, oh my God, what's this? Cool, baby. Yeah. They bought Sears after it failed, then Kmart died. Oh, well, that probably wasn't a good move. They should have just let Sears die and then they would have filled the void. There used to be a Circuit City up the street from my house. Nice. Now they're all like micro centers. I haven't had a chance to go to a micro center, so I don't even know if I would enjoy the shopping experience. Yeah. Then I used to be Sears appliance techs during the merger. Ooh. Tried to expand, but spent too much. Yeah, when something's going bad, you don't want to expand. Throwing more money out of it doesn't necessarily fix the problem. Hasn't anybody learned anything from the Flash movie? Just boggles my mind. I remember The Wiz before Circuit City. Yeah, nobody beat The Wiz until they did. Yeah, that was like an old electronics store. They had a little bit of everything from what I kind of remember. But I don't think there was one readily available. And then you had to start getting stuff like Best Buy, and Best Buy just, destroyed everything. Yeah, I remember the mile-long receipt I get after buying something. Oh, like CVS? My God, you ever go to a CVS? Holy crap, those receipts just keep going. It's like getting a holy scroll from the Vatican. I'm like, what the hell? Radio Shack was expensive, but they had what you needed. Yeah, where else am I going to find diodes? Come on. I kind of miss Circuit City. I miss Circuit City. I miss Borders. I miss basically all those brick and mortar stores, dude. They were fun. It was a place to go to, and I actually got to meet people in there. And keep in mind, I'm not a very social person, but if I keep going to the same place and I'm buying coffee from the same person all the time, I'm going to get to know them. I'm going to be like, hey, what's up? You get those daily acquaintances that you meet and you just, be like, hey, how's it going today? Dude, I got chummy with the security guard in Circuit City because he had to check my bag so much. Yeah. Circuit City was the electronics section of Sears, a standalone company. Huh. I used to work for Radio Shack. Cool. I know FYE is still around, but it's not like it used to be. Yeah, the last time I went to an FYE, and that was like 5 years ago, it just felt very awkward, if that makes any sense. It's like I felt like everything was overpriced and there was nothing I wanted in it. Yeah. But, you got to keep in mind, stuff like that is only as good as, like, physical media stores. It's only as good as the content that's out there, Because it's not like everybody's rushing out to get a particular album when they could just stream it, you know? So they're just like, yeah, whatever. And if people want a physical copy, they'll just have it delivered, you know? Integrated circuits, transistors, resistors, everything. Also miss Planet Hollywood. Used to go to one in Dallas. Yeah, I don't think I ever went to a Planet Hollywood. I always try to go like, because, you know, dude, expensive. I would just go to weird places. Yeah. I can't believe FYE is still around, honestly. It's like really weird that it would be. I guess they're keeping their fingers crossed that all of a sudden, you know, hipster kids who are into cassettes right now are going to be like, what about these compact discs? Here in Michigan, we still have a Sears store and a Lansing Mall. Wow. It's crazy. Bum, 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 bum. Boom. Joker. Is anyone going to go see this? People seem to be complaining about it. Look, the reviewers are like, I don't like it. Look, it's got a splat next to it. I feel like this should be a good movie. Like, I'm going to watch this regardless because this guy was a really good Joker. Go.
I opted to go to Best Buy instead of ordering the new Zelda online. Been so long since I was in one, I was shocked how small the media/game section was, compared to how it used to take up half the store.
Yeah, dude, Best Buy's there's a lot of shrinkage going on there. Dude, in music, movies, all that stuff got ripped out. The gaming section has gotten smaller and smaller. And the biggest gaming part would probably be Nintendo because they still have a healthy selection of physical stuff. But other than that, it's like all these other weird little electronic brand stores in there. Like, oh, here's your Apple section, and here's your Samsung section, and here's your other phone section, phone section, phone section. Here's a couple of laptops, a bunch of televisions you can't afford, and that one place for the Kindle. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Isn't Joker a sequel, a musical-ish movie? Yes. I feel like this should be good. The music I may not care for, but I feel like the story's going to be good and his performance is probably going to be good. He was really good. I wasn't expecting much from this when I saw the first one, but I was like, he did a really good job. He did a really good job. You know, and I know a lot of people aren't into the artsy thing, but considering he kind of had to follow up the Heath Ledger Joker, I feel like he took it in a completely different way and made it good, you know? I knew a GameStop should shut down. Yeah, they're going to do that. Yeah, so hopefully this will be good, regardless of what critics say. Meh. I don't know, man. In the sequel, he'll be breakdancing. Dude, he's zany enough to do it, so, like, why not? Like, the whole character is just so bonkers and off the wall. It's enjoyable to watch. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I don't know how much longer GameStop is going to be around. You know, with the exception of the Wall Street bets kind of bolstering their stocks, I feel like, weren't they trying to make it like this retro place now where people can go in there and play games? And I'm like, you're overestimating how that's going to work, I guess.
I always recommend Repo, the genetic opera, for people who don't like musicals.
Yeah, no, see, I didn't like that musical. Because I had to compare it to Devil's Carnival, which I liked a lot better. The music wasn't awful, but it wasn't Devil's Carnival good for me. I was like, Devil's Carnival's awesome. Devil's Carnival. Oh, come on, it was good. Even the second one was good. Repo was good. It's all right. It's all right. Wasn't Devil's Carnival. I think it's made by the same people. It's along those lines. So definitely, if you liked Repo, you're definitely gonna like. Well, I don't want to say definitely because everyone's got different tastes, but definitely give it a shot. Devil's Carnival, dude. It had what's his name, Paul Sorvino in it, bro. Also, David Hasselhoff in the second one. It's worth it. Watch it. Best parts of Repo. Nathan Wallace is Grave Robber. GameStop said they're going to start doing retro gaming stores, apparently. Might have some competition with Game Exchange, who already do that, and more. Yeah, but you know what? People know GameStop as a brand, you know. That's a cool thing, because you know what? Now you can go in there, and they're also going to start buying Pokemon cards, you know, that kind of thing. GameStop is going down inevitably. I hope so. But yeah, so now you can not only get ripped off for your old games that you want to sell, you can also get ripped off for your Pokemon cards. I feel like it's just going to be a pawn shop for people who rob places and then they just want to sell their stuff to GameStop. Yeah. They're going to sell all the hot goods to GameStop. Some little kid will be walking in there. That's my Pikachu. That's my Pikachu in that case with the $500 tag on it. That was mine. It was stolen. Yeah. Still waiting for Metroid Prime 2 Remaster. Yeah. Funny that they stopped dealing in old games and then they started back up when they realized they made a huge mistake. Yeah, but now, you know what? You're not going to find a deal at GameStop. That's the whole thing. You know? You're going to get a deal on games nobody cares about, like Madden. Madden 2022. It's only $3, guys. And what they do. I want a game that I actually want to play. Yeah, they say, yeah, buy and sell graded cards now. Yeah, screw that. The whole point about being a card collector is to not buy retail and get a deal somewhere. And plus, not sell it to a reseller. GameStop stopped doing deals and working with the customers a long time ago. It was a dark day. Is trade a game even around anymore? I love those places as a kid, trading old games for new ones. I don't know. No idea. I don't think we even had some. We had a Game Exchange, but it was kind of far away. But mostly GameStop, and then prior to that, it was like Software, etc., or something like that. And I remember Game Crazy. The name sounds familiar. I don't think I've ever been in one, though. No, if you got an update for your phone, then it's probably turned autocorrect back on. If you got the new iOS. Yeah. Remember when GameStop gave physical prizes for their rewards points? Yeah.
Don't get me started on resellers. I get so upset seeing them at thrift stores. I'm poor, I need those clothes. Stop stealing from the poor to make money.
They're like self-involved Robin Hoods. They steal from the poor and give to themselves. Well, dude, not for nothing. A lot of resellers are poor to begin with. That's why they're at thrift stores, because they're like, maybe I can find something to resell. Hey, I've had to do that. I still do that. Kidding me? If I find a game for $3 there that I know I could resell for $50, I'm picking that up. Game Crazy was part of Hollywood Video. Yeah, Hollywood Video. We had a Suncoast Video, but not a Hollywood Video. There was one in New York City, Uptown, but that was out of my way, so I never went up there. I was more of a village guy. Let's see. This pizza piece is so flat and greasy. You have to eat it like a filthy New York. What are you talking about? What? Gotta get a Grizza pizza. You gotta fold it. You gotta fold it and put it in a plate. My Windows OS on my PC, oddly enough, and I double checked to make sure it was turned off. Weird. I don't know. Oh, you work in IT, you figure it out. I cannot do IT for IT people, though I have had to do that. That bothers me. That bothers me. Don't be one of those. Nah, man, dude, I've had issues with certain things, and when I call up and I'm trying to get like help from the IT people, and I'm like, yeah, well, this is the problem. This was blah, 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 blah. And they're like, you know, they give me the remedial stuff to go through and all that other stuff. And I'm like, look, I already did all that, blah, blah, blah. Let's skip to the end here where you give me some information that goes above and beyond what I need to do. And then it's like, I got to do research while I'm on the phone with this guy. And I'm like, well, here's what I'm going to try to do. And then I'm like, I'm going to do blah, 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 and then restart it and then see if that works. And they're like, that could work. And I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me that? I had to look it up while you were yammering on about remedial turn it on and off again crap. Hate it. Switching back to Linux this week. Oh, God. Speaking of deals, I already had a new WWE game half off on Steam. Picked it up, $30. Nice. WWE games are really fun for the customization of the characters because there's some zany crap in the workshop, man. It is over the top. Not over the top like, Steam mods over the top, but, I'm sure there's other places where you could find those. Or would EA get all bent out of shape and they'd be like, you're modding our game to be more fun. Got the expansion version, 65, City 5. Physical copy game is dying, especially how Xbox went completely digital with their S version. Well, so did PlayStation. The new PlayStation rolling out. Burp. That's it. It's just all like, whatever, no discs. I feel like game companies don't even want discs because they going back earlier, it's just gaming cannot be confined onto a disc,
I do miss Blockbuster. They had a lot of weird movies that were bad low-budget remakes of popular movies. Instead of Paranormal Activity, they made Paranormal Entity. Stuff like that.
There you go. Where are you going to find those weird, crappy movies now? Just check any streaming service. They're always turning them out. What about Paranormal Whacktivity? That was a parody. That was supposed to be like the scary movie of paranormal activities, but it was stupid. Dude, I got through like 10 minutes of it, and I'm like, oh, the hell with this thing. Tubi. It all ends up on Tubi. Discs. What are those? Walmart's clearance bin, Dollar Tree. Game should be made for gamers instead of investors. Yeah, we keep going through this, but it's never going to change. We are not the investors. We're merely consumers. So the only thing we can do to actually change stuff is get into the investment level of game making. And you know how much that costs? More than most of us have here. So we are basically getting a short end of the stick, and we're going to have to deal with what we deal with unless we choose not to participate, which is like, I'm not buying the game, And not for nothing I'll say out of all of the developers, Nintendo is one of the few that still put out a decent product, but I'm really getting agitated with their business practices of suing everybody. So I'm getting to that teeter-totter stage where I'm just going to be on the other side and I'm going to be like, you know what? Screw Nintendo. So yeah, I'm getting a little fed up across the board with everything. Yeah, Pal World, exactly. I think Pal World might be able to get through it. It's gonna take a while. No, they didn't kill Pal World. They're trying to sue them because apparently capturing something with a sphere and summoning it is that's a trademark. That's a trademark game mechanic. Summoning things, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Even if they kill the game, guess what's going to happen? Mods, hackers, all that fun stuff. They're just going to keep that game going, and Nintendo's just going to be sitting there stuffing Pokeballs up their butt saying, look, we're making more money. And Nintendo's been on there. We hate fun kick. And I've started increasingly cracking down on people who are caught streaming Nintendo games on emulators. Yeah. Doesn't Nintendo own Pokemon? It's Game Freak that owns that. And then I think in conjunction with Nintendo, they're suing. Yeah, they've been doing it forever, But it's like at a certain point when you just see how draconian they've been with certain things, it's like, bro, Turn the ball into a cube and call them traps. Yeah. Like, why not? Oh, they own Game Freak as a subsidiary? Oh, give me a break. That's weird because it's like, you know what? Nintendo stock went up when Pokemon Go got huge, and then Nintendo came out and said, we don't own Pokemon. So did something change during that time period? The Zelda game looks fun. Yeah. But again, it's like, I don't know. In my mind, there's a certain line that gets crossed after bad business practices kind of leave a bad taste in my mouth. And then I'm just like, you know what? I don't want anything to do with this company. Now, this is kind of why I haven't gone back to like anything Blizzard made. Yeah. Go.
It's to avoid a monopoly suit against them.
Oh, okay. So they still own it, but don't own it. God. Yeah, and then everyone goes after Microsoft. Wait, you want to have cloud streaming? We're Sony and we're upset because we're behind the times and don't know what the hell's going on. Get the hell out of here. It's essentially the same as patenting doodle shapes. Game mechanics shouldn't be patented, I don't think, you know? Because that'd be like, you know, if somebody patented a platformer, like characters jumping on ledges, and then we're all screwed, right? All right. Well, dude, I mean, I don't know. Nintendo's going to do what Nintendo does. It just, as a consumer, I don't have to deal with what Nintendo does if I don't want. Coffee. Oh, don't tell me that's empty. Come on. Ah, come on. I know, random's been a bit spicy today. Yeah. Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Ah. Yeah, speaking of Sega, what the hell have I been up to? Planet has turned into a shopping mall. Yeah, unfortunately, all the stores suck. Dude, I would just be happy if we can get freaking Hot Topic to be back to be dark and spooky, honestly. It's like 50-50 in there right now. It's like you can go in there and find some dark, spooky crap, but not nearly as much as you used to because it's behind a wall of Funkos and weird Doctor Who stuff. And why is Hello Kitty everywhere right now? Is there like another anniversary happening or some crap? Because my God, I've seen so much Hello Kitty Halloween crap that my eyes hurt. My eyes literally hurt seeing this weird little cat wrapped up in a mummy thing. Mr. Iron Gates at Hot Topic. Yeah, it was a different beast back then. They took chances. She's always everywhere. You just don't notice time to time. That's kind of a very invasive character.
Back from lunch, I see AI Pauline is in solidarity with Tuber Physics Freedom Jim Ha.
There you go. The physics. Thank you. The Halloween has become pink. I hate it. Yeah, dude, there's so much pink. There's so much pink. It's really it's kind of pukey. And generally, I'm not like anti-pink, you know, but when it's Halloween, I like my particular palette. Yeah. It all started with the teal pumpkin. You let one in and then every other one comes in, right? Ridiculous. Now we got pink skeletons and all this tie-dye crap. You know, again, a lot of people don't realize this. It's certain palettes for certain holidays is what gives its special little time throughout the year. So, you know, you have your orange, black, and, you know, sometimes purple, black, white, purple, orange palette for Halloween. And that denotes spookiness because it's that time of year. It goes with the fall colors and all that other stuff. You start throwing spring colors into that, you know what that does? It messes up this subconscious absorption of time, if that makes any sense, or season. Because it's like, oh, well, we have all these fall, you know, spring Easter colors in this fall, you know, spooky season now. And it's like, why? Why are we doing this? And I'm not a big fan of Summerween, honestly. Because I don't feel like, you know, tossing up skeletons on the beach and stuff like that. You know? It's like Halloween is special for October because it is October. And it's like Christmas. Christmas used to have a nice green, red kind of motif to it. And then they just started adding more colors and more colors and more colors and more colors. And before you know it, it's just like you have pink trees and weird colored balls and all this other weird crap happening. And you're just like, is this even really Christmas? It doesn't feel Christmas. It feels like a store display, you know? There were certain elements of certain holidays that make it kind of cozy, homey, and definitive for the time it takes place during a year. You know, you start messing around with the palettes and stuff like that, and it's like, hey, and I'm a creative person, all right? I am all for mixing colors and mixing and making everything just like crazy and making a mix of everything, all right? But I do like my traditional palettes. Right? No, I don't need jack-o'-melons. No, that's what AI is for. Please have a card come up where the... No, it's not. Okay. No, there was one card where her literal boobs are covered with a jack-o'-lantern. That's weird. Okay, but anyway. We get overly spooked now in fall, so everyone is brave enough to survive the winter. Yep. Halloween is orange, blacks, and purples with light greens. Christmas is dark reds and dark greens and golds. Yeah, pretty much. It's all become commercialized. Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's starting to lose its fun, you know. Especially what was the last time we went through to Reddit and we were looking at like those weird candies and stuff, and people were like, "Should I give these out, or is that going to be a problem?" You know, people are like, "No, don't give that out because it looks like it's this." Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you know, people are too scared to enjoy anything anymore. They made Outrun in '86. And patent the drive mechanics so they could see Nintendo for Mario Kart inspiration. Oh, God. It's because horror isn't scary anymore. Well, it's jump scary, you know. That's kind of the weird thing. You don't get that psychological aspect for horror anymore, where it like really kind of gets into your brain and you're thinking about it and you're like, oh my God, these people are nuts. You know, as much as I don't like some of the Rob Zombie movies, like, you know, the Three from Hell and, you know, Devil's Rejects, those characters are so unsettling that you're like, oh my God, yeah, let's just keep an eye out for mannerisms like that. Very unsettling characters. But, you know, horror now it's just like, you know, people running around in a mask, blah, 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 choppy chop, kill, kill, you know, and it's like, you know, you don't really care about the victims. You don't care about the, you know, villain. It's just like, whatever. Thanksgiving was a good horror movie. I liked it. I have not seen that yet. It's on the list. House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah, that was pretty good. I did like that one. I just the two that came after it, I was like, eh. People being afraid of other people is disappointing. Well, we've had a lot of bad experiences with people, so I understand that. So it's like, I get that, but not everybody is out to get you, you know? Did you see Long Legs? That was still effectively disturbing. No, I did not. Is that the Nicolas Cage one or no? Chop, chop, kill, kill would be good for a Shane Black movie. Chop, chop, kill, kill. Din, 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 din. Second pulled some BS with patents with his driving games. They tried to patent having multiple perspective choices. Oh, God. Horror has become comedy. I'm fine when horror is comedy because, you know, it's fun. But it's got to be done right. Nicolas Cage plays a serial killer and he knocked it out of the park. Nice. There you go. Say you'll write it down. Gone are the nights of trick-or-treating between multiple neighborhoods with trash bags full of candy. No, you can't do that because everyone's giving your kids drugs. Yeah, because, you know, if you have drugs, the first thing, oh, God. Vegans are mostly hipsters. Yeah. Like dumpster divers, here's the thing. It's like I kind of can't stand when it's like, whether you want to call them hipsters or whatever, they got to come up with these terms for themselves. Like, freegan. I'm a freegan. What? You're a dumpster diver. You're a dumpster diver. You don't want to make it sound dirty. You want to make it sound altruistic and earthy. So you say freegan, as if you can associate yourself with some kind of vegan movement. You know, I'm reusing what the earth gives us. No, you're reusing garbage. That is dumpster diving. You're a trash panda. That's all it is. What was there was a term for people who are quote unquote vegetarians but sometimes eat meat. Somebody here is going to know that term. It was literally, they literally labeled themselves a particular term. They're mostly vegetarian but still have meat. No, not Presbyterian. No. Flexitarian. No, the whole concept of flexitarian is essentially saying I have the dietary intake of everybody else on the planet, but I'm special because I'm a flexitarian. No, yeah. I'm like, my phone never rings. No, that was important. I was acting like a doctor thing. Doctors! Okay, we're good. We're alive. Oh, man. Jeez. Scared the hell out of me. Oh, anyway. No, it was literally a call to be like, well, maybe we could see you this time. Are you going to be available for that? And I'm like, maybe, but what do you mean maybe? Well, we're checking out the doctor's schedule. I'm like, oh my God. Well, it's not ER? No. Yeah, so basically I got a phone call to tell me that I might be able to see the doctor sooner, but we have to wait for a phone call. Super useful, thanks. Super useful. For the love of God. Ah, good. Ah, that's fine. That's why I didn't read it. Granted, there was the one Halloween where a dude gave bootleg movies they found out later were beep to kids. Whatever instances of people doing that kind of crap in video stores, they would like rent out kids' movies and then put adult stuff on it and then put it back on the shelves.
It's lunchtime. Thanks for the chats.
Later.
Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks for being here. We shall see you another time. Enjoy lunch. There you go. Bum, 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 bum. What was the R of? I just said. I said it was a call from the doctor to see that I might be able to see the doctor before I, the god-awful out there date I have for freaking 4 weeks from now. But I have to wait for another phone call to see if that's a possibility. It's ridiculous. But anyway. No, I'm not dying. At least not yet. Well, we're all kind of dying, right? Doctors just aren't available anymore. It costs too much. Well, the problem with our doctor is they were on vacation and they came back. And of course, they got to catch up on all the patients that they didn't see when they were on vacation. And not for nothing, doctors need vacations. So it's like now they're trying to just go through stuff. But, I'm like, look, I kind of want to see them a little bit sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? Discomfort and such. And they're like, all right, we'll see what we can do. Boop, boop, boop. I'm just like, oh God. Anyway. Gonna have to wait until 23rd of December. Oh God.
It seems we have reached the point in healthcare where hospitals cannot afford to have doctors as full-time employees. Lol.
Yep. Such is the state of the world. Yep. Bum, 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 bum. Last Wednesday, what? What happened last Wednesday? I wasn't streaming last Wednesday because we had a lot of crap happen. Not doctor stuff, but other things. How is it hard to get a doctor's appointment? Because it's a specialist. That's the problem. This is a literal specialist. So, specialists are special. And they charge special rates, too. For normal doctors, like if I'm just seeing a doctor who the hell ever, then I could probably get an appointment within 24, 48 hours. That's not a big deal. But, they're just going to do your standard stuff. We got to go to next level on this. So, yeah. Doctors all minimax their schedules too. They don't leave any openings for current patients to be able to come in. Yeah, that is kind of the problem. Every once in a while I get lucky and somebody cancels. But that hasn't happened recently. Especially when it comes to the dentist. Holy crap. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Algorithmic healthcare is terrible. The actual doctor never sees anyone anymore. They send their physician assistants or nurse practitioner. I've always seen a doctor. It's the only time I talk to a nurse is like when I have a question I kind of want to get taken care of, sooner. Hold on, I gotta get it. I got a thing stuck in my throat. Hold on. Hold up. Let me get water. Let me just run an ad and get water because that'll just be easier. All right, be right back. Oh, I got something stuck in my throat. But when you hear these like weird little ads in the supermarket where it's like, for your flexitarian lifestyle, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, you mean food eater. You're a food eater. Yeah, but I only eat meat once in a while. Yeah, so do I, because I can only afford meat once in a while. You're not a flexitarian. Get the hell out of here. But I am. It's a lifestyle. It's my choice. Flexitarian equals omnivore. Stop making up terms, people. Yeah, well, everybody loves to label themselves something, and they have to move away from archaic terms like omnivore, because I am above animals, yet I won't eat them most of the time. I'm a flexitarian. What? It doesn't even make any sense. Flexitarians are people who have the financial means to add better foods into their diet while still being able to afford meat, yet choose not to actually buy it. Because even plant-based crap is super expensive. Everyone else who eats a little bit of meat and has to substantiate over grass, on grass and stuff like that, that's called poor, okay? So flexitarian is rich people who choose not to get meat. Poor people are people who can't afford meat, okay? That's the differentiating line there. It's finances. These floundering people who are like, I'm not a meat eater. Well, I saw you had bacon last week, but not a lot of it. I'm a flexitarian. So you had one piece of bacon, so you got to give yourself a new label because you didn't have 3 strips. Yep, I'm a flexitarian. You're just trying to flex on people. That's all you're trying to do, okay? You're trying to sound better than everybody else. That's all.
Steve, looking for dress pants for an art show this weekend.
Dress pants? You're going to an art show. You're supposed to be bohemian, At least that's the way it was in the 90s. You show up, you dress. The dirtier you looked, the more artistic people expected you to be. So your level of talent was based on filth. So, the Charlie Brown character, Pigpen, must have been like Da Vinci. I feel like this is an old person hat. I feel like this, I should save this exclusively for like noir games. Like it was a dark and stormy night. That kind of thing. So here we go. We're going to make our little noir thing. It was a dark and stormy night, and she walked in, colorful, happy. I don't see why. It was raining outside, yet she wasn't wet. Or was she? I was not in a position to check nor ask, because it is 2023. All right, let's go back to a page. All right, can you get this hat off me? I'm starting to look ridiculous. Get this hat off me. Put it on Pauline. There you go. You got a hat. Good. Just got back from my doctor's appointment. It took almost 2 hours, and they don't want to see me again for 6 months. Did you do something wrong, or you're okay, so they don't need to see you for 6 months? No, because with me personally, if I talk to the doctor, they're like, look, I don't even want to see you for 6 months, okay? Just don't come back here. Wait, for 6 months? Yes, just 6 months. But I'm okay. Yeah, sure. Just get out. That kind of thing.
Yo, what is with your internet? These are the worst speeds I've seen since, like, the 90s. Like, internet cafe 90s. I could drink 3 coffees before cartoons on Newgrounds would load. Like, what do you actually do for fun if your internet is so bad? Besides working out, obviously. Why no 5G here? Yeah, dude, why is there, like...
All right, I should be back. All right. Now I got a drink, and You know what? Hey, hey, hey.
5 years?
What?
Seriously?
5 years. Thank you, Hemi. I appreciate. Hey, what's up? How's it going? What's that? Rex, what? More Nor what? Nor Pumpkin guy. Oh, did they show the clip where it was all dark and stuff? Oh man, I missed that one. I like that one. Do you want the little gun? Where I'm like pew pew. Yeah, whatever happened to my little gun? Where'd that go? Oh, I gotta find that. I needed that. I was gonna make a sci-fi epic. Lagging, you're lagging. I'm fine. I haven't dropped a frame. Dun, 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 dun. I saw Werewolf by Night. I wish it was longer. Became a series about the Wolfman Swamp Thing. Yeah, that would have been good. That was actually pretty decent. Speaking of dentist, I had to go to check mine with a tooth pull, and it turned out I had dry socket. So I have to go back in 2 weeks to see how what cut you put in my jaw just stimulate the proper healing works. Oh God. Yeah, dude, that's never fun. Yeah, we just had the root canal. Oh my God, dude. No, I didn't get into the details of it, but bro. One, not my normal dentist, by the way. They sent me to somewhere else. Because they used to do root canals, but now they just kind of do restorative work because they kind of like the crafting aspect of it, I guess. I don't know. I went to this dentist, super aggressive with the needles. One, super aggressive. Like, I haven't had somebody inject numbing agent into my mouth that aggressively probably since 1992, where there was this old guy who was like, he was like burly old guy who was like, yeah, I'll get that, you know, and just jammed it in there kind of thing. And I'm like, okay, to go through this thing, they're taking out the roots and stuff like that. They're putting the medicine and stuff like that. Bro. It was bizarre because they get through most of it, like 90% of it. And then it was like they're doing this suction thing. And it was like somebody was trying to rip apart the inside of my jaw from the inside out. Like it was an unnerving pain. And I'm just like, yeah, you want to stop that? And they're like, well, you feel that? And I'm like, yeah, I feel that. And they both look at each other like, that's weird. I'm like, yeah, it is weird. They're like, well, usually people feel it when we start, but not by the time we get to the end of this whole procedure. And I'm like, I'm feeling it now. Could you stop this? They're like, well, we'll put more Novocaine on it or whatever. So they, put more numbing agent on it. And they're like, well, okay, how does it feel now? I'm like, I'm still feeling it. They're looking at each other dumbfounded as to why I'm still feeling this thing. And then they're like, all right, let's put more of it on there. So they put more of it on there. And eventually it stopped bothering me. All right. And I'm just like, great, thanks. But then it was like later that night, there was just it was bizarre because it was like this weird pain I've never had before in my life. It was like getting a brain freeze in your jawbone that just wouldn't go away. It was bizarre. My dentist advocates gentle dental care and honesty. Yeah. So Werewolf with the Chinese menu in his hand. Really? I know it's a song. Hey. But my dentist had the courtesy to give me laughing gas before he gave me the Novocaine. Yeah, generally I don't deal with any of the gases thing, and it's like I don't mind the discomfort when I know there's going to be a certain level of discomfort. Like when I went into the root canal, I'm like, yeah, there's going to be some discomfort. There's a fine line between discomfort and then just actual pain where I'm like, yeah, this is not normal. So, what are you going to do? Then I had Tylenol. Fantastic. That was the most subscribed streamer until his record was broken. Oh yeah, there was that whole thing. I don't know. I can't get hyped about most subscriber stuff on Twitch. I don't know. It's like a different realm, if that makes any sense. You know? It's like being super happy for Asmongold that he's got 40,000 viewers every stream. And I'm like, that's good for them. It's, you know, and I'm glad they're doing well. I just can't get hyped about it. Let's see. Novocaine shots didn't hurt much, but it was only for the fillings in between 2 teeth. Yeah, Novocaine's usually not bad. It's just I feel like this dentist was just particularly aggressive with the needles for some reason. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I need to be sedated during dental cleanings because of my sensitive gag reflex. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if you have a particular issue like that, then it's kind of like, yeah, you know, just do it. Just knock me out, bro. All dental work I've had, the numbing takes far longer than most people. Last time they kept giving me more and more. About an hour after they finished, the numbing did not remain localized and spread to the rest of the side of my face. It looked like I had a stroke. Usually what happens with that is sometimes there is a particular nerve that if they hit, it basically kind of tears the nerve. And what happens is it can just cause like numbing or whatever. It happens rarely, and then it'll kind of like fix itself. But if they did use that much, you know, Novocaine, I don't know how it spreads really. But that actually happened to Dawn. Like one of the nerves got kind of like nicked, and it was like her tongue, half of her tongue was numb for like 3 months. It was bizarre. And dentist was like, I can't believe it, man. I'm so sorry. You know, it's just like, because he's an excellent dentist too. Like we've never had a problem with this other dentist that we use. Uh, mm, mm, mm. Bum, 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 bum. X-rays are almost impossible. Yeah, getting X-rays at a dentist is not a fun procedure either. Like they got to stick that weird little thing in your mouth, right? And then they're like, bite down on this, and yeah, we know it's scraping the roof of your mouth and the side of your mouth, and probably pinching your tongue at the same time. Just hold that, you know. And then they got to give you needles. I'm like, oh god, they should give you the needles first and then take the X-rays. Part of it after Sepasam went to charity for immune deficiencies as well. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Starting to think adjusting to Novocaine at the dentist. There are people, there's 2 types of people. People who have particular genes that Novocaine just doesn't work as well on, so they need more of. Then apparently there are people who have like a history of substance abuses. At least this is according to the dentist, and I'm assuming he knows what he's talking about. That end up having like a higher tolerance for it. So then they need more. And sometimes it doesn't even work, which is really crazy. And that's like, oh my God, what do you do in that situation? He's like, well, I kind of put him out for that. You know, dental cleanings don't hurt me. At least I'd say flossing regularly toughens up my gums. Yeah. It kind of gives them a bit of a callus.
My dentist has newer tech and it's not as bad anymore. Only places that can't upgrade have the uncomfortables raised still.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we got. I know they have the 3D X-ray scans, but they cost more. So I'm just like, yeah, we'll just do it the regular way. It's stupid, I know, but it's like an extra $200-300 to get the 3D X-ray scan. It just spins around your head real fast, and I'm like, I don't need my entire head getting X-rays. Just one side of my face is fine. Must have new X-rays. Still got to bite on the thing. Yep. It's a thing. Bum. Yeah, but God, well, I don't even know when I'm going to be able to go back to see that dentist to get the rest of this thing fixed. What is it going to be, like 3-4 weeks? It's stupid. It's unrealistic, but I want all doctors who deal with human parts to be perfect at their job. Yeah, God. If only. Oh, you've had the 3D X-ray done once? Left my sister scan on a screen before they ran mine. I saw her wisdom teeth in crooked. Oh, yeah, they come in crooked sometimes. We had that when I got to cut away the gum to get at the tooth. It's annoying. The whole dental thing is annoying. Oh, that was my stomach. My stomach just went. They were diagonal, bro. Oh, ours was kind of like sideways but impacted. So it was like kind of came in, but then it said, nah, forget it. That's kind of weird. Yo, your teeth are growing sideways. Pim, 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 pim. No, people generally don't have an issue with dental x-rays. It's just, it's not comfortable. Yeah, because you got to bite down on that weird thing. Dirt, 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 dirt. Where's the weird thing? I don't know, I'm kind of winding down. You have a bit of a break. In and out today. Yeah. Well, you know, we've been on for like 3 hours, so it's like, I don't know. I feel like we got to wrap up. See, that was the phone call I was kind of waiting for, where I was just be like, dude, maybe we'll have something to do later today, but apparently no. I'm just waiting around for another phone call, which is kind of annoying. So actually, would you stop that? God, you know, they have all these weird little features they try to give me for my browser, and I'm like, I don't want any of these. I don't want any of these features, bro. Bum, 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 bum. Wow.
My two worst dental things were having a tooth that when extracted turned to dust, and having a spacer that cut my gum and nearly killed me because it gave me sepsis and my face nearly swelled up too much.
Really? Huh. Yeah, the spacers I'm not a big fan of. Like when I got to put them on around the teeth, those things you're talking about. Yeah, and it kind of gets in there. Those things need to be sterilized. Yeah, like what the hell, bro? Bump, 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 bump. Yeah, no, it's kind of weird. I don't know. At least you didn't die, though. Yep. I'm a looking. Give me a second. Ah, that's a something. That's a something. Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday. Oh, dude, it's Wednesday. Bro, you know what that means? Hey, Cinnamon Insomnia draw along later. It won't be till like 8 o'clock. I'm not going to stay on that late. No, but dude, draw along. Draw along, bro. Dude. No, where are those then? Hold on. Hey, I have fun with those.
My mom was freaking out and had nuns pray over me, and as a young atheist kid I didn't appreciate what my mom was going through, so I was just weirded out and was blunt about it, telling the guns I don't believe.
Yeah, don't. You know what? At a certain point in your life where you're going through some really crazy crap, if somebody's sending you good vibes, whether they're religious or not, just accept them. Like literally, I'm kind of all over the place as far as faiths go. But yeah, if somebody's saying a prayer for me, I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take all the prayers. You know, you want to throw holy water on my face? Sure. Besides, they mean well. Where are the doodles? Where's my doodles, bro? Ah, there's one. Where's the other ones? I don't know where the other ones are. No, there should be one more. Are you kidding me? God. You know what? I just gotta break out the keyboard here. Hold on. I gotta readjust things. This is annoying. Oop. All right, that's better. Plus, autism made me not fully feel concerned for my own life. I know I get that way sometimes when I'm just like, yeah, but then sometimes I'm overly concerned. Where I'm like, oh my God, I got a splinter, I'm going to die. Intention goes a long way. I should look at this item. Nah. You got to let me know what it is. Just taking one of these, what? 3 boats and a helicopter. What? What? All right, draw along. Draw along. All right, for those who don't know, Cinnamon Insomnia does a draw along every Wednesday. Mr. Lobo draws a bunch of stuff, and then you draw stuff too. So you can draw the same thing, or you can do your own interpretation. All right, last time it was like a bunch of cartoons from the 80s. All right, so there was like, what? The Tick, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or was it 90s? I don't know. 90s, 80s, what, like G.I. Joe or something, and then some Strawberry Shortcake crap. All right, it's a controller grip. Controller grip. Do I need a controller grip? Got a good grip. We got the Tick. We did the Tick. I don't know. It was something to do. And I made a little tiny Raphael. Look. He's like, hey, where'd you go? And he's like, I'm the Tick. I don't know. It was fun. Where the hell are the other doodles then? Tick looks sick. He's like, he's all jacked up. He's like, what was the other weird doofy one we did? No, that was the weird shark. That was that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. All the monkeys. There's that one. That's that. Oh, there's the other one. Look, it's a Strawberry Shortcake offering Cobra Commander a cupcake. Because why not? He's like, I have a cupcake. And he's like, I'm Cobra Commander. Yeah. I haven't had to draw a Cobra Commander since like 1989. I don't know. Whenever the hell the last time was. I know it's fun. At least it gives you something different to draw. Like these people. Yeah. Make it Evo Hello Kitty. I that might go against the assignment. What's the other one? The head. Dun dun dun. He's made it because he would have to take the mirror. He calls it what? Mask off. Mirror. That guy. See, we can do other stuff. It's just we never have an opportunity to. Yeah. Like this crazy bro. And that crazy bro. Jan in a pan. Brain that wouldn't die. And Richard Nixon. Brr. See that happening with Skeletor too? What? Hey, that would have been good with Skeletor. Like, here, have a cupcake. And he's like, I can't eat anything. It'll just go right through me. Any new tablet to draw with? I don't have money for a new Samsung tablet. Everything's expensive. They're all expensive. What was the other one? No, that was just that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so this is pretty much all the ones that we've been doing since we started watching them do it. So I know it's fun to do. So if you're bored, just, dude, pop in there at like 8 o'clock or whatever. And usually he plays some of the older cartoons that are derivative of whatever he's doing. So last time he did a Tick episode, he did, Turtles, a Strawberry Shortcake thing, and then with the other one, Spoon. There you go. Dun, 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 dun. I know, man. You got to draw. You can really zoom in on this. You can see the pencils. You can see the grain of the paper. You don't get that with digital. Actually, you do, because they have fake grain for your canvases. Where it's like, here's the grain of the paper. This was actual paper. All right. There's actual pen. There's actual pencil. There's a little physical paper. All right. Look, you can check out the abs. Shoulder. Look at the neck. What? Snicker commercials? Oh. Yeah, no, just don't watch the commercials, dude. Don't watch the commercials. Did we make the other one really? I don't know how big we scanned the other one in here. This is the important one. I don't know how. Oh, no, this was just a picture of it, so that's why it looks stupid. Yeah, no, that's not good. as a picture. All right. Tablet easier for me to carry around than pencil and paper. Oh, I use small pencil paper. I use a, what is it, 6x8? Something like that. Nothing big, because I generally don't like working too large. It's too much work to work too large. I'm like, I hate it. Yeah, I think I've posted all the other crap online anyway, so. Ah. Small pens and pencils hurt to use. What you do? And you're going to think this is stupid. Let's see if I can find... I got to move things, because then I can show you. You know how they have those weird little things you can kind of put on the pens themselves? You'll see. All right. Excuse the mess. Boop. Oh, it's not that messy. All right. Usually what I do is I'll put like a rubber band or something around the pen to hold it. So it makes it a bigger working area to actually, like, you know, actually hold the thing. Instead of a little thing. So you're not squishing your fingers and pinching. Me. Like that. Pinching. Pen toppers? I don't think they're top. I mean, I just use a rubber band. Depending on the pen, I'll put like 3 or 4 on there. So, and it's kind of cool because then you can kind of move it a little bit. It gives you more of a tilt, I guess. You know, but it's just better, at least for me. So, I know, put a bunch on there. You can put like as many as you possibly can on there. But, you know, if you got a button on there, then you don't want to deal with that. But yeah, pencils, pens. It just makes life easier. I don't know if it'll help, but it's a thing. I used to use those. I didn't know they still made them. Yeah. You could also wrap electrical tape around your... What? Nah. You want to be able to maneuver it. Besides rubber, I actually kind of like rubber bands because it's got a very grippy feel to it. So you can really control the pen, pencil, or digital pen. Bump. Restorative creams of what? Oh, and the other thing, and I've mentioned it before, if you're using one of those Wacom tablets, but you generally like to draw on paper, just literally tape paper to the Wacom. I wonder if I still have one. No, I think I took it off. I think I took it off the other one. You can literally put a piece of paper over a Wacom tablet. Just make sure it's really kind of tight around it, and just use painter's tape to kind of tape it on the back end. And it'll feel a lot more like drawing on paper instead of sliding around on glass. Nah, man, I hate it. I hate when tablets are too slidey, you know? This is why I still like paper. I haven't found anything that's the equivalent of paper. I even have those weird little nubs for, like, pens and stuff. They kind of suck.
What I really want though is the Samsung Pen Pro tablet pen, but they don't make them anymore, and the one they made to replace it took the Apple approach to the pen nib, which I hate.
Oh, God. Yeah, there's pen nib covers that work pretty well. Because we have an older iPad that has the pen, and it's very, you know, like drawing on glass. So they have these kind of silicone tips you can put on top of it that give you a little bit more resistance instead of just sliding around. They work fairly well. They're not perfect, but they work pretty good. Something to look into. I don't like the nibs. I don't like the nibs. I don't like it. It's weird. Like, when you think about it, it's like just drawing with pen, paper, pencil. Technology's made it way more inconvenient. Honestly. Like, I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, when I'm drawing on a tablet, I'm just like, oh, I get my brushes and stuff and do this. Okay, this, that, I need nubs for this now. Oh, my pen isn't charged. Hold on, I got to charge my pen. And I'm like, God. Plus, the pen is white with no other options. At that point, I generally don't care about the color of something. I'm just like, does it work? Good. Unless it's just some bizarre thing that makes me like have a psychological reaction to it. I'm just like, yeah. Control Z has managed more accomplishments in computer art than any of the AI stuff. Yeah, dude. Well, that's the fun thing about paper too. There is no Control Z. An eraser is your Control Z. You know. And even when you start applying ink, you got to be a little bit more careful. You know? I actually don't like the Control Z aspect of thing. I know it sounds stupid, but I have seen art streams where people are constantly agonizing over every single line, and every line it's like, no, I don't like Control Z. No, Control Z. Not Control Z. And I'm like, how do you ever finish a piece if you're just not committing to a line? And if you commit to a line and it's messed up, work with it. You know? It's like the organic quality that's missing in music, going back to that. It's like the flaws make it good, you know? I just buy mostly black stuff, so it clashes. It clashes, man. I just get some spray paint. Spray over. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Really? I didn't do any new doodles. We got to do another doodle stream soon. We need another doodle stream. Damn it. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, but I will wrap it up. I'm going to wrap this up, chat. Wrapping it up. Because I got to have lunch. It's 2. Nah, I don't think I'm getting there's no way I'm getting a call back. So I should probably just eat like I was supposed to about 4 hours ago.
That's why I like Samsung pens though, because even when the battery is dead it still works. You just lose the fancy options.
All right, that's good to know. Right. Mute it. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't like the concept of having to charge my pen. You know, I have to charge my book. My book. I got to charge my book before I can read it. You know, it's kind of silly. But all right, so let's go. Let's go. All right, we're going to be wrapping up doing a thing, but I'm going to send you to spooky places. Spooky places. Because not only does go.
Thanks for the stream. Have a great rest of the week. See
You
you
too.
Sunday, Jim Love.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get into normal mode here. I already took off all my braces and everything. Give me a second. And boop. That should work, right? Ha! All right, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. I always feel thinner without the braces on. All right, so what we're doing, Dawn is going to be streaming Friday, 5 o'clock. Got something happening tomorrow. I don't know what it is. But, oh yeah, the comic. Bring it out. Comic. There's a new comic on the places. Yeah, it's free. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. You can be cheap. I don't care. You know, dude, it's on Patreon, Gumroad. Again, free. I don't enjoy it. And then we got to send you to somewhere. I don't know. I'm discombobulated right now. Yep. Oh, there we go. Nah, spooky stuff. All right, cool. Bum, 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 bum. I was saying, I forgot. Dude, all right, not only does Cinema Insomnia stream later at night, it's October and we're dealing with horror and spookiness, the real Elvira actually started a Twitch channel. I don't think they're on like ever, but it's like they just replay a lot of their old Elvira shows or whatever. So guess where we're going? We're going to go hang out with Elvira. So I guess if you do like pumpkins, Yeah, really, the one time I want a card to come up that's, a little spicy, it just doesn't. We get the wholesome one. If you do like pumpkins, then we're going to go see, I don't know, some legendary Halloween pumpkins, I guess. Close enough, I guess. All right. Where's my outro music, damn it? God. Yeah, this is going to be happening in a couple of seconds. I don't even need outro music. Anyway, everybody, thanks for following, doing the thing, supporting, spreading the word that we're still alive. You got to do it. You got to let people know that we're still alive. Super important, because some people don't know we're still alive. I don't know why. The algorithm hates us. We're going to be on Sunday. Maybe before that. Depends on what the doctor does. All right, let's go.